killers can act violently after watching so-called video nasties.
All right, man. We back in there like swimwear.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not too much, man. Took last week off, obviously, and we're back raring to go this week.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Oh, yeah, sorry, man. Was looking at the chat. I need to get in the chat, I guess, right quick. But,
yeah, man. Go for it.
Before we do, though, we're going to go ahead and I think everybody knows. I don't know. We're going to cover Cannibal Man, a.k.a. Week of the Killer, which I think that's probably a better title because Cannibal Man is pretty fucking misleading.
There's no cannibalism in the film whatsoever.
No. I guess it kind of is if you think about it. Like, I don't want to spoil nothing.
Unintentionally, there is a scene in there, I suppose. Yeah.
Then we got Bloody Moon, or
classic.
We could say the Mickey Mouse. You know, I remember when I first got this edition with that slip. I remember Pops. It was always cracking up on that shit, like that damn Mickey Mouse. But so we'll be covering that, and then the last one, The Burning.
Yeah, one of the best.
And I just got the basic Blu-ray because I think the 4K that Scream Factory put out, they just poured it over the Blu-ray, so I just didn't see the point.
Yeah, but I didn't bother with the 4K either.
Okay, I know you're a big fan of that one. I'm
massive fan.
I like it, but we'll get into it because I hadn't seen it in like a year, man, and watching it this time, I was like, "Fuck." Anyway, we'll talk about some shit. But,
I hadn't seen it for a while, mind. It's one of my top favorite slashers, but it'd be interesting to see what you think.
It's crazy how your memory changes. Like when you watch something based on memory, you'll be like, "Oh shit, yeah, hell yes," you know. And then it kind of changes after you watch it over time. But
I do that a lot. The films I used to like as a kid, I go back and watch, and I just can't watch them. They're unwatchable, some of them. And you think,
no.
How the hell did I, what did I see in that?
Or it's reversed. It's something you hated as a kid.
Yeah, that happens a lot too. Yeah.
Gizmo says, "Great Dirk and Darren. I will try and be in the chat." Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Nice one, Giz.
And he says, "I know Texas is waiting here in the dark. Say hi, Texas." Holland, where you at, boy? That's Gizmo. Texas said, "Let's go." Hell yeah, man.
Hey, Tex.
Everybody saying, "Hey, my beautiful wife's in here."
Hey, Tash.
Let's see. Gizmo says, "Texas, Dirk and Darren can't start without Holland. Religious rule." Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. There, people are talking amongst themselves. Let's see. Damn, now I want fries. We don't have it over here. Only fried fish dipped in liver. Oh, shit.
What? Fried fish dipped in liver?
Shit. What the poop is up, gentlemen? What's going on, Holland, man?
Hey, Holland.
There we go. Holland is here. So now Dirk started. Yeah. Now we made it without Holland, no show, Texas. Popping locks to the theme music. Yeah. Texas popping and locking. Let's see. Wrangler needs to get in here. Wrangler, Caveman, Spicy Anthony. Who else we missing?
Get them all in.
Yeah. Greta at Video Man, Gizmo, Sean, Juno, the Panel of Pain. Yeah, man. I like it every time I see it. Let's see. Yes, you're like that French guy with a camera outside the window of a nude, big-breasted woman. Natasha's saying she hadn't seen, I think, The Hills is what he was asking. Let's see. And he's saying if you get Dirk to watch 10 episode with you, then you can watch one Fortune film with him. I recommend The Devil Honey. Shit. Good idea.
I still need to get that.
Yeah, she's saying good idea, but if I put on The Devil's Honey, she's out of there. She wouldn't hang around too long. But shit.
Yes. Especially if you start whipping out the saxophone, I think.
Yeah, it's heavy sexploitation. But yeah, man, I guess we'll jump into the cannibal. Actually, I like, man, the Week of the Killer. I like that title better, I think. I think it suits it a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not gonna lie too, man. Like the first time I seen it, I didn't really care for this movie. But like I've seen it, I think this was my third time seeing it. So it goes up every time.
Right. That could be similar to what I'm about to say actually when we talk about it.
Because I start seeing more themes of what it's trying to say. Like this guy, man. I guess I'll give it a synopsis.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure most people hasn't seen this movie, but it's a movie from Spain, made in 1972. I'm gonna probably butcher this guy's name. I'm gonna try not to, but Eloy de la Iglesia.
Yeah, I think you said it perfect.
Okay. So he's got another movie I want to check out. It's called No One Heard the Scream. In 1971, he made that one. 1973, he made that one. So
I've actually got that. Yeah.
Yeah. No One Heard the Scream. And then he's got another one. It's a thriller called The Glass Ceiling, I think.
That's kind of like a giallo I've heard as well. Okay. He's also got another one called Murder in the Blue World.
Yeah.
Which has recently had a Blu-ray release. So I've got all three of them. I've got one on bootleg. Yeah. And I've never seen any of the three of them. So yeah, I definitely want to dive into some of his films before long.
And I understand like he did pretty good, man, but then he got kind of bad off on the heroin. And then he and then he just vanished for I think like 10 years. Nobody knew where he was. Nobody heard from him, kind of deal. But anyway, that's kind of like the backstory on him. But it's got a very famous actor, Vincent Parra, I think's his name. He was famous in Spain. He was a big actor in Spain. Like everybody wanted him in their films over there in Spain. Emma Cohen is Paula, which is his girlfriend. But yeah, so Marcus is a strange kind of loner kind of guy. He's a butcher, and he don't live far. I mean, at a local, it's like a butcher factory. So when the movie opens, that's what it opens to. So that might be a big reason of why it got on the Nasties list. Because I mean, soon
yeah,
as
definitely.
opens, a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle that shit. You're seeing cows, you're seeing cattle be slaughtered and shit, you know, and it's for real. You can tell it's real.
That must have been a big
yeah.
part of why it's on the list, I think. Yeah.
That and also from like my experience, like learning about the Nasties and everything, it's any kind of household shit that you can kill somebody with. Like,
Right. Yeah.
will get your ass on the Nasties. But also the name Cannibal Man. So they just threw him in there with you know, Cannibal Holocaust. I mean, Cannibal Apocalypse, Cannibal Holocaust. You know, the cannibal film. They just Cannibal Ferox.
Yeah, it makes no sense as well, that title, because there's no cannibalism in the film. And I think before we come on here, you said about there's maybe one scene that, like, maybe kind of is, but isn't, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's really stupid name, I think, Cannibal Man as well. It's so bland a title.
Yeah, and there's another
it doesn't
title.
grip you.
The Spanish title is Week of the Killer, though. Or
yeah,
I'm gonna attempt this, man. La Semana del Asesino.
Right, that is actually Week of the Killer in Spanish, I think.
Right, and there's another title, The Apartment on the 13th Floor, which
that don't make no sense at all. Well, I suppose it does in regards to the one character, but that's another no nonsense title that you just don't know. You know, it doesn't say what it's about or anything.
Right. And what do you think about the score before we like really? I'm kind of all over the place. Let me go ahead and finish the synopsis, man. Like I'm just going all over. So basically, like I said, he works at a slaughterhouse. You could tell the guy's kind of strange though, when you're watching. But he's sitting there eating a fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
And just seeing blood just go down a drain, like he's eating but he's probably used to it because it says that he worked at this slaughterhouse for many years. And so he's pretty desensitized to the butchering. I wonder if that was trying to say something too, you know, like I don't know. But
yeah, he just comes across as like he's just been there, like another day in it for him.
It ain't shit to him, you know.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing.
Which makes sense later in the film too, though, you know.
It does, yeah. And you said, like, when you mentioned the director earlier, and he was a homosexual, I believe you said.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense when we come on to some of the stuff in the film.
Right. Yeah. But so yeah, he lives with his brother and he's kind of depressed because he's got a rich girlfriend and he wants to marry her, but her parents don't approve of him because he's kind of poor and he's living in a condemned house that's about to be torn down because they're going to build some high-rise apartments, you know, the super rich are. And but so one night he's out with his girlfriend, they're in a cab and he starts arguing with the cab driver because he's trying to get it on with his old lady in the back seat. And the cab driver starts getting pissed off at him and shit. And he's like, I'm not going to pay you. And anyway, the cab driver kind of, you know, puts the mix on him a little bit. And I think kicks him in the balls or something. Kicks
him in the balls, yeah.
And then he starts slapping the shit out of his girlfriend saying, I'm going to give you a beating like your daddy should have or something.
Yeah.
And then he's
it's more funny than anything.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. And then he just hits that fucking cab driver with a rock, and they haul ass. And then the next day in the paper, he sees that he's dead. So then he's like, "Oh shit!" But anyway, without spoiling the movie, I can't go any really too much further than that. That's kind of like the setup though of the film.
I think as well with regards to his girlfriend, isn't she portrayed as quite a bit younger than him as well? I think. So the actress who plays her was Emma Cohen, who you said plays Paula. And I know her because I was racking my brains to remember where I know her from. Yeah. And I was looking for her credits, and she's in a giallo called Two Males for Alexa with Rosalba Neri, which I seen fairly recently. So then it all come back to me. I just wish, again, there's going to be minor spoilers in this anyway, but I just wish she was a little bit more in the film, lasted a little bit longer in the film.
What do you think about the main lead actor, though? Do you think he's a good actor? I think he's pretty solid.
Yeah, solid if unspectacular, to be honest.
I mean, he's like supposed to be one of the best out of Spain.
Yeah, I can believe that, but there's no kind of charisma about him or anything that leads you into like wanting to watch.
Yeah, I think it's the character he's playing. Like I said, he's real depressed and he's repressed because it's speaking really like this director also was a communist, so he's like really going against the fascist government of Spain during the time. Yeah, it's speaking on some shit about being oppression and repression, and because he's what do you call it? He like I said, he's got his job's going nowhere, like a dead end job. His girlfriend won't marry him because his social status, And,
yeah.
But anyway, I think he plays the part pretty good. Like it feels.
Yeah, like I say, he's solid. Real,
like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I like. There's some background characters as well that I really like. Like Rosa plays. She's like in the diner. She like works in the diner. And she's like a little bit. I think she's supposed to be a little bit older than him, or around about the same age. I'm not sure. But she's got the hots for him, and she keeps coming on to him, and he's like,
"Yeah,
no, I've got a girlfriend."
Yeah, he's not really paying her much mind, but he's got a lot going on.
He's got a lot going on, yeah, because it's a film
really very to her anyway,
No, but yeah, like a weird scene later on in the film. But it's kind of like your worst nightmare where you go out, like you said, he's in a taxi with his girlfriend, and just some kind of crazy incident, which is, you didn't intend to do, and it just spirals and spirals and spirals into like a complete nightmare for the guy.
Right. It's kind of like a character study on a normal. I can't say he's normal. He's not normal. Like
no,
normal from the jump. It has those tones. It kind of reminds me of Don't Go in the House.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
because of his the way he is at his job, and he's just his whole demeanor, man. It's like this blank expression. Like,
when you said that to me before about Don't Go in the House.
Yeah.
I'm sure Joe Allison was possibly had seen this film, because when you said it, it kind of struck a chord with me, and I was like, yeah, it's exactly like it. I know different kind of, where they're working is different, but I mean that most of the content and the actual storyline is very similar. Very similar. There's no supernatural shit in this, but
no,
it's still it's like you say, it just gets fucking worse and worse for this guy. There's his strange neighbor as well, which we gotta like talk about.
Yeah, man. You see this guy with the binoculars, and he's like looking at all these kids playing soccer and shit. It's like super creepy. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this shit?
But, and he got this dog as well. He walks his dog a lot, and he strikes up like some kind of friendship, but it's really weird with the lead.
Yeah, he's like really wanting to hang out with the dude, like, so you're like, what?
Yeah, because he's very camp. You can obviously tell he's a gay character.
Yeah.
And this, our lead character, Para, I think it is. He kind of like, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's leading him on. He's kind of like just going along with it, and he, talking to him and all that. But he's very interesting when the director was gay as well, which I've just found out off Dirk beforehand.
Yeah. So I found out through the all the special features and everything.
And there's a really weird like where they go swimming together.
That's very
really weird.
strange as hell.
But
damn, I'm having a blank, man. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying about that scene. It's really weird. It's like homoerotic. Is the best way I could describe it. I'm not sure if he realizes, the other guy wants to go further with him at that point, but it's so obvious to everyone watching. I'd say it's hard for him not to know, but he kind of needs a friend, doesn't he, at that stage? I think.
Yeah, he's very much he's like getting it on with women and stuff, and like, but for some reason, I can't say because it spoiled the damn movie. So,
but yeah, like you say, you've got quite a lot of different characters come in and out, but it just sticks with the one main character. You've got family of his girlfriend. His brother turns up as well.
Yeah, and he's constantly having to cover his tracks, so it gets out of hand because more people start kind of like nosing in his business, and then
more shit happens. Think
so. And then there's also a clip in this that you haven't seen Terrifier 2, right?
No.
Okay. I swear there's a clip that I showed it in the intro. That little boy eating the cereal or whatever the hell in the black and white. That looks like some shit off of like Terrifier 2. There's a scene similar to that. Now, I'm pretty sure Damien Leone's seen this damn movie. So
very possible, especially because like you got the Blu-ray release, haven't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you know? What film did that? Was it Severin? Was it Severin?
Yeah, this is the Severin. There is a 4K of this. I'm not sure who put it out, but it might be 88. I'm not sure, but
now that rings a bell. 88.
They got a 4K,
yeah, maybe. It's one I like. Kind of this film. I watched. I've watched it twice, right, for the stream. Yeah. But I generally do that every kind of film we cover. The first time, I wouldn't say I hated it, but I just couldn't get it. Didn't like it. It just seemed very bland. The main character didn't really give me any charisma or anything. But second viewing, I kind of put it up a point from 4 out of 10 to a 5 because I kind of started to dig the giallo. It's not a spoiler to say there's killing.
What do you think about the score?
Yeah, I think it's solid. It's solid. I wouldn't say it's one I'm gonna really remember.
Not top 10 shit or nothing, but I think it's pretty decent for. I think it goes with the movie.
It's very giallo-like at times as well, which I really like about the score.
But for the time, this being like 1971 when it was being made, I guess, or 72, because they pumped these movies out quick. But it broke the record for the most censorship cuts in as far as the cinema of Spain goes. 62 cuts they made to this film. They cut whole scenes. They trimmed. From what I was seeing, they said it was like a massacre of this film. So, like, who knows what the other shit was, But
because I got it from a file, and this was like the full uncut, all the added gore scenes put in because they look quite grainy. They kind of just put in off VHS, I guess, and that was like 1 hour 50 minutes. So it was quite a lengthy film when you watch the whole thing.
And to be fair, like I don't want to like this title is misleading, Cannibal Man, and I guess
it is. Yeah.
It's kind of misleading for me to throw this film on this damn kind of stream because it's not. It's not your typical slasher. It has slasher elements, but it's more of I'd say a more heavy drama, exploitation. You got some crime in there,
There's Giallo definitely in there as well.
You'd say, well, and thriller too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Giallo. I guess you could say that. Because, I mean, there's really no big mystery element to it,
Right, and again, like I wanted to talk to you about, like, we're not going to give nothing away, but
right.
I found the ending was kind of just an anticlimax, like a nothing kind of ending, really.
It was kind of let down. Yeah, the ending is kind of,
it's lame.
Yeah, it is.
Because you expect after all you've gone through, throughout the film, to maybe have some kind of good payoff at the end, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the element that I feel like this is more like a character drama, like the way it ends.
Right. Yeah.
It's got that whole drama type of shit with the ending, but it's definitely a mixture of genre, And for this to make the video nasties, it's not a schlock film. You know what I mean? It's a very serious damn movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no.
Yeah, the subject matter alone probably put it onto the nasties list, like you say, with the slaughterhouse footage.
Yeah. The title of the film.
But it's kind of tame today.
Yeah.
Watching it.
Yeah, for today, yeah, for sure. But I guess Spain looked at it like pretty hardcore back then,
Yeah, I think you said it did pretty well, didn't it, over in Spain?
I'm not real sure how it did. There's not a whole lot of information on this movie. Like, it really ain't. You know what I mean? You got to dig into special features and shit on these discs.
I'm presuming it done okay though, because to come out with those, other Jali he made, those other three.
Right.
So yeah, I think like we've got to mention when you mentioned the score as well. It's by a guy called Fernando Garcia, and he did Silence of the Tombs as well from 1976. I think that was like the Jess Franco Giallo. So I've got to mention that as well. But I kind of warmed to it a little bit in the end, like a 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
But it might go up another point, possibly in another future watch. But I can't see myself rushing to ever really go out and watch this again, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's probably a 5 out of 10 for me as well. I mean, I'm gonna have it. It's gonna stay in my collection. It's a video nasty. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'd get it just for it being like, for me, I think it's like a Giallo. So I'd probably get it for the Giallo collection, but it would have to be on sale or something. There's no way I'd pay full price for it.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cheap, I believe. It might be cheap right now on the Severance sale. I don't know. But I don't know.
Yeah. Did you, like, don't want to go off on a tangent, did you get anything from sales? I think you said you didn't bother, did you?
I did MVD. I did the MVD sale. I grabbed about 10.
Yeah.
I grabbed about 10 titles for like 125 shipped.
Nice.
You know, you can do that, or you can go buy 2 from Severn for 100. So what do you want to do?
I bought 4 from Vinegar Syndrome. I didn't bother with Severn.
Yeah.
Vinegar Syndrome, I got Mother's Day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting on all that. I'm gonna wait. I'm playing the waiting game. That shit'll drop.
Oh, Fatal Games, I'm looking forward to. I had to get that.
Yeah.
That was a decent price as well.
Right.
I got a few from Arrow in the Arrow sale. I did get that. Is it Box of Lead with all the police test film?
Years of Lead.
Yeah, I did get that because I know you and Gizmo got it.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking that's the one. Have you got the limited one? Because I just got the normal.
I think it might just be like that Gothic Fantastico.
Right, yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can cover that at some point before I get that.
Yeah, I really dig the Policio Teskey. Pretty good shit. Let me run through the chat right quick, man. I don't want to.
Yeah, man.
Getting mad, saying I don't read chats and shit. So, let's see. Gizmo says, Darren, would you say Exorcist Believer is better than Exorcist 2? Asking for a friend.
Exorcist 2 is much better, I would say.
I
could watch Exorcist 2 20 times compared to Believer. Sorry, dear.
I still haven't watched Believer, but I'm not in a hurry. So, Pat Master says, I want some candy bars to watch a movie. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. Sean Blue, man. Good to see
you, Sean.
Man, by the way. Hey, good evening, everyone. Yeah, man. Everybody saying what's up. Let's see. Texas says, see, op for what? Oh, he's I think he's writing German or
Norwegian, probably.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
One of the two. And Gizmo says, why is Asian girls so hot when they kick ass? Was he translating what Texas just said?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Because they are Gizmo. Okay. No, he wouldn't translate. All right. Yeah. Everybody's just bullshitting back and forth. Let's see. Let's see. Gizmo says, I'm on the stream when you do the Arrow box. I can't before mid-December, so please wait. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll wait.
Yeah, there's no rush, man. Yeah, because we've got loads coming up.
Yeah. And Sean says, okay, he's talking to Texas, I believe, or Russell. I can't find it. Okay. Yeah, I think they're just talking amongst each other. Yeah. Okay, we're good. All right, man. Well, was there anything else you want to bring up on Week of the Killer? What was the other title? Apartment 13 or some shit? And then
yeah, not really, man. Just basically, I would say keep your money in your pocket. Really, if you can get it on streaming or watch it online.
I'm determined to own all the nasties, and
okay, yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I have the 39 that were banned. Exception of one, and that's I think Night of the Wolf, or the Nashi. Howling,
okay, yeah.
Night Howling of the Wolf, some shit like that. But
possibly could be a slight recommend then if you can get it on sale.
Yeah,
maybe.
I give it a 5 out of 10, man. It's not breaking the mold. It's decent. It's a decent one. It's a weird one.
It really is, yeah.
Just be forewarned. And here's the, without the slip. That's the damn meat
nice,
cleaver.
Man, yeah.
Damn meat cleaver he's got.
Yeah,
he kind of looks like the damn doctor on Star Trek, don't he? I can't remember his name. Is it Leonard McCoy or something?
Leonard Nimoy, I think. Yeah.
What the hell is his name? Hold on. I think I wrote that shit down. DeForest Kelly.
Okay.
Would be the doctor on the old Star Trek episode. That's what he reminds me of anyway. But yeah, man. I guess we'll get into going into Bloody Moon, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Up the pace a little bit with this one.
Yeah.
I've got exactly the same.
This is probably more friendly for YouTube, but yeah.
I've got the old DVD as well, which is exactly the same, by the way. It's the extras, just the interview with the director.
Is it? That's a Severin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to offload the DVD because I have got the blue as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really show everything, can you?
Yeah, let me get my damn shit together over here. So we're going to be talking about College Girl Raped. That's the alternate title.
I know when I seen the interview with Jess Franco and he actually says that, I was like, shit. They actually, that was the title at some point.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Another Spanish director. Yeah.
Yeah.
College girl raped. That's a hell of a title.
It's crazy.
But it's a West German in Spain co-production. So I guess I'll just give the brief synopsis. This was made in 1981. Jesus Franco is paid for hire director on this one. But anyway, so a disfigured young man, Miguel, he fools a girl into having her think that he's her boyfriend. He's wearing a damn Mickey Mouse mask and shit. They're at a party, and then they go back into the room, and yeah, she's thinking, she's wanting to get it on, thinking it's her boyfriend, and like he's like fixing to pretty much rape this chick, man, right? I mean,
I'm telling you, the women in this film is so stupid. Can you hear like a slight echo on my voice? Can you hear an echo?
Uh-uh.
Oh, right, I thought I could hear an echo. Sorry. But yeah, they're completely stupid. Two of the women in this film is so funny. How would you like go a whole scene of like dancing with someone and going to have sex with someone and realize there's someone else?
Right.
Without realizing there's someone else, sorry, I should say. But
yeah, she's
crazy.
all hot and heavy with him, and then she pulls the mask off and sees his face, half his face is burned and shit. And then she starts fighting him, and then he just goes ape shit, man, and grabs pairs of scissors and starts stabbing the shit out of her and kills her. They lock his ass in an insane asylum, you know, and for I think what 5 years.
5 years, and I mean, would that really happen today? No, you'd probably get life and maybe not get out at all. And the doctor says to his sister,
yeah,
oh yeah, I think it'll be fine. 5 years.
Yeah, he's good to go. They're proud of themselves. You know, they're doing.
Yeah, they think exactly. They think they kind of bringing him back into society is going to be a good thing for him, and
yeah, their backs must hurt at night
man.
from beating the shit out of their backs like they do. But anyway, so they let him out, man, and so he's released to his aunt. She's a Countess Maria Gonzalez. She's like this really wealthy woman, and his sister Manuela. That then you find out like a little later that they've been fucking each other.
I mean, that's the only way you can put it, really.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck?
Just when you think things, just getting a little bit silly.
Fucking weirder. It does. It gets way.
It does.
Yeah.
And it does a lot as well in the coming scenes as well. So, I mean, this film is unintentionally fucking so funny. It's hysterical at times. Hysterical. There's that scene on the train as well when he's let out. He's let home, and there's a character on the train. I think it's Angela, and he sees her in this train carriage, and the sister but then I think it's her scarf or something gets caught up in the window, and she thinks the sister thinks he's killed her. It's so funny, man. And then that comes into play as well a little bit later on because she recognizes him when
and he's like seeing shit. And that's the scene you're talking about where he's seeing shit too.
Yeah.
He's seeing his victim, right? I believe.
Right. Yeah. It's so you can tell this film just starts off. It's fun as hell more than anything else. It's like a real fun slasher. But yeah, it just gets so funny at times.
And then meanwhile, there's a group of girls. They're on holiday.
Yeah.
And his sister is running she's running like a boarding school, right, for the girls.
Right. Yeah. Is it like a language school?
Yeah. Is it language?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of shit going on. Like there's a killer on the loose. Motherfuckers are getting picked off one by one. So then it automatically you're questioning, hey, is Miguel, did they fix him kind of shit, or is he back to his old ways? Like, so
yeah, because he's basically just creeping around this whole like university or what school or whatever it is.
Strange, pervy little bastard. Which, I mean, you can't really blame him. I guess his older sister kind of fucked him up, literally.
Yeah.
Like more ways than one.
You can't blame him because for absolutely no reason, these girls are just topless outside by a swimming pool.
They're just all hanging out naked and shit, and then this one dude comes up, and they're just like all over this dude's nuts. I was like, what?
Yeah. Is it Antonio? He's like the stud.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who he reminded me of is Kendall from Pieces, where for some reason the women just absolutely flock to this guy, and he's like, I think the one girl says he's so amazing in bed. And doesn't he say to the one, it could be your turn next or something like that? And it's just so cringy but funny.
Yeah, I mean, he's just blatant with it, and they're all just like gushing over him, And then we can't miss the one scene where the chick's acting like she's having sex. I mean, that's just
Inga, yeah. It is so good, that scene. And then all the girls are like, she's jumping on the bed, she's like making noises, pretending to be shagged, and then all the girls come and watch her through the window and tell her she's faking it. And oh god, she comes out with that line as well. She says something about this guy didn't show up, the lousy Spanish lover or something like. It's so funny, man. Yeah. That it's worth watching for that scene. It's just more comedy than anything. But there's kind of quite a lot of red herrings in here as well. You've got the bald guy as well.
Yeah. Did you figure it out?
Did I what?
Did you figure it out the first time you saw it?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't, because I just automatically went with what they were showing, and I thought so. I know it like looking back, it seems obvious now that that's not the case. But when I first saw it, I must have been I was just going with the flow. Like,
it's actually done pretty well. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a good twist. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I didn't figure it out all the way, but I'll say that one of my suspects ended up being like, I mean, because I always try to narrow it down to like 2, and it definitely was one of them that I was suspecting. So,
there's quite a little bit
of red herrings.
There is, yeah, because that bald guy who works in the house for the countess, he comes into play later on. I'm thinking, when I first watched it, I was thinking, why? I don't even know now why he's involved in the plot.
These people in this movie, like all of the people, not just the dudes, the women too. Everybody's fucking horny, man. Now they're fucking I'm like,
and there's some good-looking women, man, in this film. But did you notice, like, Franco puts in some unintentional or intentional humor, however way you look at it, with the little kid coming up to the door, and you've got this massive hulking shadow.
Yeah.
And then she opens the door, and it's this little kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure he pinched that from Burial Ground.
No shit. I was about to say that. Yeah.
I'm sure he did, because Burial Ground was like a year before? Yeah. 1980. So yeah, he must have. But yeah, it's great. There's little things like that throughout. There's the tennis playing scene as well. You can tell this girl's never held a racket in her hand to save her life. And that reminded me of Pieces as well.
The stone saw scene.
Yeah.
With the little kid, I remember the first time I saw that scene, I was just like, okay, shit. So like he kind of like the suspense was there, and then it's just like, then it just turns around and gives you the middle finger, and it's like, what the fuck?
Right, this is my take on that scene, right? Because first of all, I'd seen the trailer, right, and the trailer does it perfectly, right? The suspense in the trailer, it kind of stops just before, and all that, brilliant. But in the film, like you say, there's no suspense to that scene. It's just played out, and just, I don't know, it's really weird. It's like Franco just didn't build up to any kind of payoff or anything.
I don't know, it kind of is with the little kid, because it makes you think something's, on my first watch, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
The first time I saw it. So
again, in the trailer, the head, the bandsaw scene looks great, but I mean, in the film, it does look hokey, doesn't it? The head, but I think he said in the interview that they didn't have the money to like do massive.
I guess we can get into some of that because when they got Franco hired, they said, okay, Olivia, we got I think they told him like it was either 3 or 5 damn good reasons for you to come on this film. And they said one is Olivia Pascal. And he said, oh, okay, yeah, great. And then they said, and guess who's doing the score? And he's like, who? And they're like, Pink Floyd. And he's like, oh,
no.
He's like, oh,
I'm telling you, like, even I could tell that was fucking bullshit. And he actually thought it was true.
Yeah, he's like, well, he's seen Olivia Pascal, so he thought, okay, these guys are legit, you know. He's like, these fuckers ain't bullshitting. So he signed the damn shit. We're getting Pink Floyd, and we're getting one of the best special effects guys from Hollywood.
I wonder if that was Savini. I wonder if they hinted at that being Savini, because it wouldn't surprise me because he'd done like Friday the 13th the year before, and the film we're going to come on to in a bit. So
they didn't have a special effects guy. No. He ended up getting his guy to do it, and it was Juan Ramon Molina ended up doing the effects, which I can't complain, man, with the effects, really. I mean, for the most part. I mean,
he does a pretty good job, yeah. Like you say, there's 1 or 2 of them look a little bit hokey, but for the most part, like you say, it's fairly well done.
He don't, stay on the shit. I think that helps. Like.
Yeah, he said that in the interview as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like if you stay on stuff for like 5 minutes in a row, it kind of loses the effect, and
But Franco said that the soundtrack is the part of the film that he hates the most, and he never liked it, and that is horrible. I gotta admit,
it's repetitive more than anything.
Yeah, it's repetitive.
It's almost every other scene.
It's not fun.
It doesn't go with a slasher film or a giallo film or anything like that. I kind of don't mind it. But I can see
it gets on my nerves after a little while. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Towards the end, maybe. Yeah.
Like fucking 30 minutes in, I'm like, fuck, man, change that shit.
It's overused a lot, yeah.
But they also promised a great director of photography, which was another lie. But yeah, he just went on and on about that. Like Franco, he's like, they just completely fucking lied to me. Told me all this good shit, and
that interview is so funny because he just starts off just fucking talking about all the shit that like he couldn't get and he was promised, and he goes off for like 10-15 minutes just talking about all that.
And another guy, Darren. So I got to make this shit happen, man. Franco's another motherfucker talking about the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
He mentions it as like Sid Meier's best film. And see, I got one of Sid Meier's movies. It looks like there's, I can't remember the damn name of it. It's in the Rotten Stream though. You've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
But yeah, I got to get on the spiral staircase because man, I've done seen since you mentioned that movie. I keep seeing all these people keep talking about that damn movie.
Honestly, I wouldn't keep recommending it if I didn't think it was great. It's what Franco says as well. It does really well. Is like there's silence in the film for a reason. I won't say why. It doesn't give you like gory kills and all that. It's basically what you don't see as well. That's what Franco was trying to say.
From the trailer that I've seen, it looks like it's very much suspense driven, mad, just atmosphere. Like it looks really damn. I got to get on it. It's like from 44, right? 46.
46. I think if you like, you will see comparison to like Black Christmas, I think I won't say too much more, but I think you will definitely see a comparison to Black Christmas in that film. Superb film.
Yeah, I definitely seen that in the trailer. Just the eye scene in the trailer.
Yeah.
I did see that. But after this, I mean, so Franco, he continued to work with these producers, and his next damn movie was Orgies of a Nymphomaniac. What the fuck?
Which he said was the better film out of these two as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Well, he got to do it his way, he said. So, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what else there is really to say about Bloody Moon without spoiling it. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot of people call it his best. I mean, it might be his best slasher.
It's entertaining, I'd say. I've not seen a lot of Franco, but from what I've seen, it's his most entertaining film.
I like Vampiros Lesbos.
I've got that, but I've not seen it yet.
So. I like it a lot, and I like Count Dracula with Christopher Lee. That's probably his best, to be honest.
That's regarded as his best, I think, by everyone, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think he does Faceless as well.
Yeah, no. Did he?
Yeah, Faceless, I think, is Franco.
Okay.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, I guess it is.
We've got to mention, go on.
I know David Gregory just bought like 200 of his films.
Yeah, I need to upgrade that Faceless as well because I got the old DVD. But I was going to say, you've got to mention the disco scene in this as well.
Yeah.
With that, oh man. So there's this song that plays called like "Shake Your Baby," and I mean, once that gets in your head, like it just keeps going and going, and then it's so funny because it like changes as well. Like the lyrics change halfway through to "Rock Your Baby, Rock It." I mean, man, you got roller skates at this disco. It's so funny. It's so dated, but hilarious at the same time. So little things like that throughout this film just made me laugh. You got the fake rock as well that comes down, almost kills her. Yeah, and you can tell it's like bouncing off the floor. It's rubber, like you can just tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny.
I know Pascal, Olivia Pascal. She was just married at the time too, so that's why she agreed to do the film, but she refused to do any nude scenes.
Yeah. Did she do nude scenes before this?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to have seen that actually, because she is pretty hot.
But I know
we do get quite a bit of nudity in it.
Yeah, Franco was all like, it don't matter. I mean, there's plenty of that shit going on anyway.
There's loads in this.
The lead don't have to do it, but
yeah. But I would say her and Inga probably the two hottest in it.
Let me catch the chat right quick. Let's see. I'm just making sure. I think people are still talking amongst themselves. Oh, Gizmo says, that's a sexy bare-chested man you have in your hand, Dirk. Talking about the fucking cannibal. Let's see. U.S. Aero is expensive as hell for us in Europe. I imagine. Yeah, it's weird because the Aero UK is not expensive. It's actually cheaper for us.
Right. So it goes to show that the US to the UK could be a lot cheaper then. They just like, I got 4 titles from Vinegar Syndrome, and I was shocked because it only cost me £14 postage. For Severum, it would be, I don't know, 4 titles would cost you at least like, I don't know, $30, $40 maybe, unless you go over a certain price point, and then it's like 25.
Holland says that's a porn scenario, not knowing who's who.
Right, yeah.
Beginning of Bloody Moon.
Yeah.
Gizmo says, only Arrow US release I need to own, no matter the prices, the Barbarella. 4K. one of my favorite movies in my spank bank. Let's see. She Killed in Ecstasy. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
Yeah. I do want to see that.
But going back to the bandsaw scene, how stupid is that girl? Because she's being led out somewhere she don't even know who this person is, doesn't know who they look like.
Yeah.
Because they're wearing a mask. And then she decides that being tied up in the middle of this place, out in the middle of nowhere, is a good idea by someone she doesn't know. And then I'm sorry, but she gets all she deserves after that because it's so I don't know.
Yeah, they do some dumbass shit. But I mean it is a slasher. I mean
it all adds to the fun though, I'd say. It's so much fun. It really is.
And I definitely don't want to spoil it because, I think it's done well, really.
The whole twist is done really well. I didn't see it coming the first time.
Yeah.
And I think, just in regards to that, like you said, I think it is Franco. It's one of his best. From what I can gather, like people saying on the internet and that.
And Russell's saying, Gizmo's naming some movies. Eugenie is amazing also. Succubus was superb. Decade is also a really hot female prison torture lesbian nudity masterpiece. Okay.
I'll have to dive in and get some more Franco stuff, I think.
Russell says, cool room, Dirk. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, Russ.
And let's see. Anyone seen the Thanksgiving movie? Yeah.
I've not.
Me and Tasha went on Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you... Go on. I don't know what...
Well, I talked to my mom because we're going to go to my mom's and eat Thanksgiving over there. And she said, well, come over around 1. I was like, okay. Well, that was shit. I was like, well, let's go see a damn movie. So me and Tasha went and seen Thanksgiving. It's funny because when we got out of the theater, like me and Tasha, and then when we were leaving the theater, we were looking at all the movie posters, and Tasha said to me, she said, all these look like shit. Like all these posters look like shit. Like it don't look like there's anything good to watch. I said, yeah, that's pretty much how it is nowadays. But when we're leaving, like, so in my mind, I was like, man, Thanksgiving, man, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Wow.
And then we got in the truck and I'm driving down the road, I'm thinking about it more, right? So I was like, no, that motherfucker's a 6. And then by the time I got home, it was a 5. It's a 5. Fucking 5 out of 10.
So it dropped 2 points on a fucking journey home, basically. Yeah. Wow.
Well, the more I thought about it, like, I don't know, but that's just how shit works sometimes.
I've been seeing a lot of the reviews for it on YouTube.
There's some good kills, and it's not gonna break any new. It didn't break any new ground, I'm glad that it's something different. Like as far as a different killer, it's not Michael or Jason or no shit like that. But
it's like if you watch the reviews on some of these YouTube channels, the big YouTube channels who like Halloween and Scream and all that.
Yeah.
They're gonna like it, and they do. But I mean, I kind of, from what I can gather, it's kind of middle of the road. I know Dead Pit kind of liked it, which was good. But
if you're a Slasher fan, I think you'll like it. It's not, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna spoil nothing. Like I said, in my opinion, it started at a 7, and then within a few hours, it turned into a 5. So take that for what it's worth.
Right. I was talking to CK on the midweek obliteration show, and I didn't think it was going to be shown over here, but it was. I never got around to seeing it, but I'll just wait till it comes out on streaming or whatever.
We had a good time in the theater, but it is what it is. Let's see. Texas says, I saw it last weekend, Wrangler. I liked it. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I don't know what Gizmo's talking about. Like, let's see. Dirk seen Black Friday 2021 with Bruce Campbell. No, I know what you're talking about. I never did watch it. Let's see. Elsa, She-Wolf of the SS. Yeah.
That film's wild.
Yeah. There's several Elsa films too.
I think the original is supposed to be the best.
Yeah. Okay, I caught up the chat, man. I'm sorry.
If anyone's got any,
I went to a detour.
No, that's fine, man. But if anyone's got any questions or anything or comments, just carry on writing them in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, how would you kind of sum it up, Bloody Moon, and how would you rate it, basically?
I give Bloody Moon I give it a solid 6 out of 10.
You know? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd go a little bit higher. I'll go 7. Strong 7.
It's one of the better nasties, I'd say. For sure.
I don't know why it's a video nasty, this one though. Even more so than Cannibal Man.
I know why. It's
because of that buzzsaw scene, maybe.
Because of the salt. It's
these
any kind of tool or something that somebody would have, around the house or on a job, somewhere where you know what I mean, shit like that. That was like a big deal. That was part of it.
That can only be the reason then, because there's nothing in there. Right. There's nothing really to suggest.
It's strange though, because you got so many other films that have shit like that. They didn't get. It's like they singled certain films out. It's so random,
I mean, Pieces on the Video Nasties list.
Not on the 39.
No, and that's way more gory, and that got like a chainsaw, and so it's kind of weird.
And they're actually cutting into a pig. That's a real pig that they cut into.
And that scene is great because it looks like it's cutting into a girl, doesn't it, when she's in the lift? Yeah. But yeah, straight. Those Video Nasties made no sense whatsoever.
It's so damn random. It's weird.
Did they try to ban the film called The Big Red One as well? It's not even a horror film. They just kind of thought the title was rude and kind of banned it for that reason. I think The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with Dolly Parton as well was banned.
Yeah, just off the title, the name of the movie.
Yeah, thinking it was a porno film. Crazy, man.
Hey, hold on just a sec. I'll be right back, man.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if any of you got any comments or suggestions of films to cover in the future, maybe fire away. Obviously, would rather try and keep it to like slasher giallo films, but I don't know, Italian films in general would be fine. But these 3 films you're mentioning tonight, I think the best is to come. I think everyone will love the next one. Possibly one of the greatest slashers ever made.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah, man. Let's see. What else we got? Gizmo says, yes, No Way Out of Norway. Russell. But yeah, man. So on Bloody Moon, I guess we're done with that, huh?
Yeah. I'd say highly recommended. I would. Very strong 7 out of 10, maybe an 8.
Like I said, a lot of people consider Franco's best. He's not. He don't. Of course, he don't. But
I know he shits all over his own film, which is strange because
he was for hire on that. It wasn't really his idea. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of directors are like that, but
some of the shit he's put out, and he shits all over this one. It don't.
Oh man, he's got some really bad ones. I got a couple Dracula movies or vampire movies.
Right.
Man, they're fucking hard to watch, and I can watch damn near anything. But
did he do Oasis of the Zombies as well?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if he did that one. That one's awful. If he did, don't think he did Zombie Lake.
I'm gonna let you take this one away, man. I know you're a way bigger fan than me.
I love this film. I
absolutely love it.
This is one. I think I showed this off in Chris's. That's the Scream Factory, right? Is it, Dirk?
Yeah, it's Scream Factory.
Yeah, I've got that one. But this is one of my pride and joys. I got the fucking Steelbook, and I love it.
Yeah,
I've kept the G
that's
card.
Arrow.
Yeah, I don't even think you can get these now.
Yeah, it's badass. I bet that's got better features than this one. This one don't got much. Really?
Yeah, it has got a lot more. I've got the one you've got, but I've got the slip with it.
Oh yeah, I don't have the slip.
There's the same commentary track, I think, that's on the other one, but on the Arrow one, there's like 3 commentary tracks. But you've got the Tom Savini interview as well, which is on both. But I highly recommend just get the Arrow standard edition because you get a lot more extras. So yeah, this is like one of my favorite films.
We got a question.
But, go on then, just before we start,
yeah. We got a question from Wild Wrangler. He says, "How long does it take Sally and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to go crazy?" Dirk and Darren.
Right, that's a good question.
Let's see. I don't know how long into the film. I know it's shit. When she goes crazy?
I think when she goes completely crazy, he means. Because I was going to say, I think her fucking brother, Franklin, makes her crazy from early on. But
wouldn't that be like at the... When she, like, completely loses her shit? That'd be like at the 81-minute mark, right? Like, when
probably
she's in the back of that truck fucking going, like, fucking laughing.
Maybe the dinner scene as well.
Or is it just, depending on what you mean, because she had enough sense to get the fuck out of there, you know, out of that window.
Yeah.
I think she loses her total shit probably right there, like the 81-minute mark or some shit. You know, when she's in the back of that truck.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. Do tell, Wild.
Give us what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah.
Wrangler.
I never really thought about it. What the hell am I doing? Damn it. I'm losing my shit, man. Hold on a second, man.
That's all right, man. You can tell I've done a little bit of research. Probably got about, I don't know, 6 or 7 pages on this, if not more.
Sorry, man.
That's all right.
You know, so unprofessional. I know.
None of us are professional, man.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I'm going to let you take this one away with, man. The Burning.
Yeah, right. So you got The Burning, 1981, directed by Tony Maylam. Music by Rick Wakeman, which I think is a fantastic score. I know a lot of people don't like the score actually, but we'll see what Dirk thinks of that.
It's hit and miss, man. It's like some of it I like, but then some parts, man, I don't know.
It's like it doesn't really fit with a slasher film whatsoever, but it works for me. I don't know why. Like Sleepaway Camp as well.
The director was British, right? So he's like he's like a British rock music documentary specialist.
Yeah, I think that's all he did before this film.
Right.
But he went on and he directed Split Second, I think it was, in 1992. He's done quite a few.
Actually, Split Second I just bought from the MVD sale.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I got that coming. So I got it for pretty cheap too. So.
But yeah, like one of the main things with this film as well, it was written and produced by the Weinstein brothers. Harvey Weinstein played a massive part in this film.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. This was his brainchild. So
yeah,
like his brother co-wrote it with Peter Lawrence, but Harvey. Everybody can thank Harvey Weinstein for the burning.
I mean, that's the only thing you can thank him for. But yeah, thank him for the burning. I don't think Asia Argento or any of those women would kind of.
Not too many people thanking him for too much shit, but
no. And it makes you wonder what shit went on behind the scenes with this.
No shit. Yeah. Well, I did see like somebody. I think it was the editor. I was listening to him, and he said everything that you've heard about Weinstein in the papers and in the news, he's that guy.
Right.
Like, and this was like in 2013 when that guy was saying that.
Well, funny enough, you say that. The director on the commentary track, right? He says all about Harvey Weinstein, how the film came to fruition and all that. But he does say as well that you can take, like, basically says, I'm only paraphrasing, but there's some shit that's been said about Harvey Weinstein, and this was back in 2007. But I don't know if he's alluding to that. He doesn't say it outright, but he kind of says, if you read into it a little bit, and there's some very young girls in the cast of this film, which makes me wonder, because he had a lot to do with the casting as well. Like Tony Maylam was one of the main casting people, but I think Harvey kind of may have had like final, say on who was in it.
Right.
So who knows? It's one of his first films. Maybe that shit didn't happen for years after. Hopefully.
And did you know that Miramax is named after their parents?
Yeah, Miramax. Yeah, his mum and dad.
I know.
But they were kind of a really small company at this stage.
Yeah.
The director said, I think they just had one office. Yeah.
But they had money. Like their parents had. I think they gave him $1.5 million to make this.
Yeah,
It's rumored between 500,000 to $1.5 million.
The director said it's $500,000, but I can see it being more, with them advertising the film. But this sold to I think it's like 90 odd countries, so they made a lot of money on this film.
Right.
And it sold all over the world, rightly so as well. So yeah, you've got stars Brian Matthews, you've got Lee Ayres, Jason Alexander. This was before he became really famous with Seinfeld. Right. Brian Backer. There's a few decent. Fisher Stevens went on to like Short Circuit films. So you've got this. Basically, you've got this former summer camp caretaker, and all these kids, all these boys early on play a prank on him because he's I think he's known for being abusive, alcoholic, and all that. His name's Croc.
Never really goes into detail on that, but
no.
And this is also so the Weinsteins went to a camp like close to here, right? They've always heard about the Cropsey legend or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is based on that, basically.
Yeah, no. Another thing in the commentary track that's never mentioned is the film Madman, which was being made at the same time, and even kind of almost had the same name at one point.
Yeah.
But that's never mentioned in the commentary.
Yeah.
It was, based on the Cropsey Maniac.
Yeah.
So go on.
I think that speaks volumes on the people of Maniac, though. Like, you know what I mean? People of Madman.
Right. I think they were kind of a little bit behind.
Watch that shit and create something else,
Yeah, and it works well as Madman Mars as well. But so all these kind of young campers now, they play a prank on this caretaker because he's basically pissing everyone off. But it goes horribly wrong. They kind of get this skull.
Yeah.
And they got worms and all kind of things in it.
They got candles in the eyes of the worm.
Yeah.
And then they just start smacking the fucking window and shit. And
Right. So he wakes up then in an absolute panic. You know, gets engulfed by the flames. I think like a gas. There's a thing of gas as well.
Like, why would he have a gas can in the fucking cabin?
No clue. But
you know what I'm saying?
The effect though,
yeah,
of the burning man coming, like Cropsy coming out of this cabin, is amazing. And there is kind of a quick story to do with that. With did you hear about the special effects guy?
Yeah, he died in a helicopter crash, right?
Yeah, working on Airwolf.
Airwolf,
in 1985, so like 4 years later.
Right.
Because the director in the commentary basically says, yeah, we don't know what happened to the stunt guy. He's kind of gone off after a couple of years after this. No one knows what he did. And even at that point, 2007, I don't think they knew, or certainly Alan Jones and the director didn't know what happened to him. But I did trace it back.
Savini knew.
Yeah, Savini knew. I did trace it back. There is a newspaper article that you can see online that details all that went wrong. But one thing that fucking got me cold, man, that helicopter scene was actually, the helicopter crash was actually just a couple of miles from the fucking Twilight Zone crash. Oh. And when I read that, I was like, fuck.
That's some eerie shit, man.
That is some eerie shit, you know?
Coincidence?
Well, I tell you what, it's not good either way. You know, you should never have been within, I don't know, fucking 100 miles, if not, you know. But yeah, that creeped me out a little bit when I read that.
That's very strange shit. I didn't know that. So
yeah. But then, like I say, then he's burned Cropsy. You know, 5 years later, then he's kind of in this. You know, they're keeping him in this kind of burns unit, I guess you would say. And that hospital worker comes out with a cracking line, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like basically, he says he's cooked. He's like one fucking Big Mac overdone.
Yeah.
And he attacks him as well. Cropsy attacks him, gets out, and then that's when all the fun kind of begins. Really, It's like the early on scene, right? He goes with this prostitute again. I try not.
Yeah, and it's like,
I mean, we're gonna give things away with this film. Everyone's probably seen it.
Yeah.
But he's kind of dressed as like a giallo killer.
He is. Yeah.
Did you get that?
Definitely looks like a giallo killer. Like the look of the killer and the kills are fucking great.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, the women don't look very good in this movie. Like, not many of them. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think, I probably would do that.
That's a weak part for me, that part. And then I can't see that these characters are more likable than a Friday the 13th movie. That's what trips me out. You know, I
prefer
which Friday the 13th you're talking about. You know what I mean? But
I prefer them to the characters in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of the characters in this movie.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because basically, coming on to them, you basically got the pervert character.
Yeah.
You've got the bully character. You've got the pranksters, you know, like every kind of conceivable, you know, stereotype camp is kind of in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I prefer this to Friday the 13th. I've got to say that.
The first one, or what?
Yeah.
Or any of them?
All of them. Maybe not. Maybe Friday Part 5 would be close, but I know I'm on my own with that one. Basically,
okay. I can see this beaten out because I'm a Friday the 13th Part 4 guy. You know what I mean? Which I know that's probably like for good reason. You know,
that's regarded as probably as most people's best. Most people definitely the best sequel.
There's a damn good reason for that. You know what I mean? It's.
I would put this up against Part 2 though, which Savini turned down.
Part 2, I really enjoy it too. But
I like Part 2. I love Amy Steele.
Yeah,
but
she's my favorite final girl.
I think this is the better film, but again, I'm probably in the minority there.
It's also the thing with you got two final boys. in this one. Like, you know.
Yeah, but I like that about it because it's different. It's not at the time. How many films were just churning out final girls and.
Well, this is 81, so it's kind of like the start, in a way.
Yeah.
You know, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say Black Christmas started 74, so I guess you're right. It's been some years. Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of TNA. I know Dirk's not too fussed on the women. I thought they were all right. They weren't like Saint-the-Falls or anything, but
yeah, it's just I don't know.
You got the early scene as well in the shower with Sally, and she's being spied on by Alfred. I like that scene for obvious reasons. I'm a male, but then like you got the Glazer character, the bully. He's kind of in a relationship, kind of with that girl from the shower. They got a little thing that's going on between them. You've got other characters as well. Kind of little romances going on, but all the while, like Cropsey is stalking this summer camp, and we see it through like his POV shots. There's like kind of grease they put over the camera to make it look like there's a killer coming, kind of thing, with the shots, which has been done a lot of times since. I don't know if this was the first to do that, but I think it kind of works.
Hold on a second. I got to read a comment. I see my son popped in the chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Says, "Love you, Dad. We'll continue to make you proud. Love you so much and appreciate everything you've done for our family." Yeah, man. Love you too.
Man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm proud of you, man.
I just hope he's not listening to our bad language as soon.
Nah, he's fine.
I apologize if I do swear.
Yeah. But I'll get to the chat here in a minute. I just popped up and I had to. Oh shit! Okay.
Right, but there's one scene in this that everyone loves, right? That kind of doesn't work for me as it does for most. Yeah. And you know what I'm going to say? Is the rash scene. People go nuts over it. To me, it just looks hokey at times. The fingers.
Yeah, for sure.
The shears through the neck just doesn't look right to me. It's like chin looks too high up.
They focused in too much. Like, that's the photographer. Like he shouldn't have been on it that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would have been more effective if he had just maybe 1.5 second. Something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because I think
for a minute, it's like you can kind of pick it apart,
Oh, absolutely. But the way the film does, is really great for me. Is the standalone kills. I think they're as good as any kind of Friday the 13th, and that's the easy comparison to make, because Savini done the effects in the first Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But there's some great scenes. You've got the courting couple, with Glazer the bully and that girl in the shower scene. They kind of, and we are going to spoil this one. I think there's no other way.
Right.
We know who the killer is, everything.
Yeah. It's pretty much, right out the gate, it tells you that. But I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I guess he just lost his mind because of that shit. I mean, that's fine. But I mean, I guess it's no different than Jason, really.
Yeah, well, he's
killing camp counselors because somebody fucked him over a long time ago, But
right, but there is a twist though in there, which we won't spoil. There's actual twist to do with why he's gone after this group of people.
Yeah. Right.
And I mean, I won't spoil that one just in case.
Yeah, there is.
That. But yeah, like I say, the standalone kills are the best for me. I really like the kill with Glazer when the way it's done. The shears.
An awesome kill, sure.
Love the scene, the skinny dipping scene as well. When the one girl apparently who's in that scene, she gets completely full frontal nude.
Yeah.
And the director said she's just frightened to death. She didn't want to do it. because it was filmed day for night, so it's in the middle of the day. She said, you know, all the camera operators were there and everything. But before the film actually started, she said, I'm fine, I'll do it, no problem. Because the film, the scene earlier with the girl in the shower, the director said she didn't give a fuck. She would have shown it all off. She just didn't care. She wasn't bothered about the cameras being on her.
Yeah.
But he felt really sorry for this one girl in the lake scene because, like he said, she's almost like she was crying. She just did not want to, you know, do it. But
yeah, she don't look too happy. If you
no, and it's full frontal, man. You know, you got full frontal bush and everything. It's
I mean, I know it's the scene too because she's looking for her clothes, but
yeah. So, but like you say, I think kill for kill is as good as anything I've seen. The raft scene puts it down 1 point from being a perfect film for me.
Yeah, I liked the raft scene the first time I seen it, you know. But, But after multiple watches, it does kind of, you know,
you see too much, like you say. But I think a lot of this film for me as well is nostalgia because I saw this before the video nasty boom. So I saw this when I was like 10, 11 on VHS tape. Yeah. And it fucking stuck with me, man. Everything in this film just stuck with me. It kind of seemed like, if I look back on watching it then, it seemed more realistic to me back then as well. And I was like,
what do you think about what Tom Savini said, though? Like, anybody that's seen a Friday the 13th film after part 1 is stupid. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
right. You know, so, like, you know my thoughts on Savini. I don't like the guy. Yeah. I think the guy is false.
Right.
I think a lot of his interviews are false. I think he's a complete fucking dickhead, if I'm honest. And I know, like, our good friend Dana, Evil Dead chick, she's a big Savini mark. Yeah. And I don't want to, like, you know, we've had a chat on the stream. I don't want to offend her or anything, but I just think he's a dickhead.
Yeah. But I mean, also,
he's a liar as well.
But he even goes a little further, saying that the characters are more likable in The Burning than any Friday the 13th film. And I was like, I don't agree with that shit. You know what I mean? I don't really.
I probably agree with him.
I don't.
Not every Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Not every. I don't really care for these. Like, I give a shit about any of it. Like, there's more at stake, like in part 4. You know what I mean? Or part 2 with Amy Steele. I don't give a shit.
I can see that. Yeah, you know I can totally see that where you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't care about that dude at the end, or those 2 dudes at the end, like, of The Burning. You know, I don't know, but
I just thought, like, pardon me, I just thought it was more kind of just seemed a little bit more real to me because everyone's gone through bullies, you know, in school and we don't get summer camps here, obviously, but and I mean, you've all got different characters. You know, you've got the perverted character, Alfred, and I think we've all. To me, it just seemed a little bit realistic. Some of the Friday the 13th characters seem a little bit too cartoonish for me at times, but I totally get it. I wouldn't argue the fact. I totally get where you're coming from. Yeah,
they do. I mean, and I don't know. I've seen the Friday the 13th way more than I've seen The Burning, which I've seen The Burning probably close to 10 times. I mean, you know, that's a lot. Right. That's a lot of times, but, you know, I don't know. This last go, though, I was like, I started noticing shit. I was like, I had to write some shit down. I was like, man, like what I was seeing. Yeah. Some of the line deliveries is just fucking bad, man. And the people are fucking ugly, man, in this motherfucking movie. Like, I don't know. I'm just fucking losing my mind in this shit. But
right, that's the danger sometimes of watching something too much as well, because you do start to see the flaws. Whereas if you'd have asked me 10, 15 years ago about the raft scene, I would have been like, yeah, man, you know, this is great. But yeah, it doesn't hold up, that scene. Yeah. But it's so regarded as, like, people will tell you it's the best slasher scene ever, sequence, and
I gotta disagree with that. I mean, it's. I think the editor gets a lot of credit for that too. You know,
Jack Shoulder, I think, was the editor. and he went on to make one of the best slashers. I think one of the most underrated slashers ever in Alone in the Dark, with Donald Pleasance, 1982. And I think he did. Yeah, he obviously went on and did the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff as well. So.
Like at the whole atmosphere, right? The music and shit. This is like, because I've heard both sides on this, but I gotta agree with Wes with the Madman. I just feel like there's way more a better story. As far as
that's gonna be a good show when we get if we ever get to do that. Because I'll be the burning all day long.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna go too much into it here, but we will.
No,
I definitely got to pick Madman over the burning, but it's kind of odd that that the burning got picked on. I guess because of the damn fucking shears, right? Like the gardening shears. So
that's all it can be. Like you say, it's a garden implement in there every day around the house.
How come Friday the 13th didn't make the national?
I have no clue. Like you say, it was just random. I think they just picked on certain random films. Some of the stuff in the Video Nasties list will just have your mind boggle, man.
Or maybe it's because of the kids doing the fucking pranks.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah,
I mean, it's called the burning. You know what I'm saying? So
I can remember this when it first came out, like I said, on video, and I mean, people thought this was fucking like extreme,
right?
Because oh god, like I remember renting it and like kids in the playground saying, "Bloody hell, you seen the burning?" Like as if it's like some kind of like Faces of Death type of thing, or really extreme horror.
Faces of Death. I remember how extreme that back in the day.
Yeah.
And Hellraiser.
We didn't get that over here.
Okay.
Faces of Death. So I didn't really have that.
When Hellraiser came out in '87, I remember people losing their fucking minds.
Yeah. But yeah, this one got cut obviously by the BBFC as well. But I was fortunate. I know the director, right, coming on to the ending. They're not going to give everything away with the ending. But they originally wanted it done in like a bat cave, and they had it all ready to go to film the final sequences in this bat cave.
Right.
And apparently it was so dangerous with the bats, potentially could fucking kill them, attack them and kill them,
Really?
So they changed it.
What I heard was from Savini, he said that they went down into this cave like down a mile. So we're getting different conflicting stories here.
Right. Yeah.
Savini said they went down in this cave like a mile. And then of course, he's going to pat his own back because he knows how to survive if anything bad happens. They left a string and shit, so they could find their way back. And they got to the location they were going to shoot, and then something happened. They came back the next day and it was collapsed or some shit like that. And the cave collapsed in or some shit in some area. So they was like, no, this shit ain't safe.
I'll be honest with you, that's bullshit, I think.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. Like,
they
wanted to do it in the barn instead,
Well, it's like an old mine shaft, which kind of definitely gives me the My Bloody Valentine vibe towards the end.
Yeah.
The whole ending as well sequence I love, but the director actually thinks it's the worst part of the film. I think the last 20 minutes of this stalk and slash with Alfred, and Todd and Cropsey coming after them and all that, I think is as good as any slasher film ever.
I just don't like Alfred and Todd. That's the thing.
I kind of like Todd's character, but when you realize what went on, then maybe your mind could alter a little bit towards the end. But Alfred's not likable at all. But
no.
But then he's getting picked on, and I suppose his only kind of thing is he's a pervert,
right?
Because he doesn't really do anything. He just spies on people.
I think that I know that, like you said, that all the other slashers were doing the Final Girls, but I think they could have made it. It could have been a little stronger film if they would have had a Final Girl.
Right. Yeah. Like we'll never know. Obviously.
We'll never know. But this is a 5-page treatment that Harvey Weinstein wrote. And like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy, man.
but the whole ending, there's like a flamethrower involved with the ending,
and
which
they also,
I think is
yeah,
great.
yeah. Like the way it's shot is really good. It's really awesome. The kills are strong as hell. You know, the look of the killer in the all black. You know, I'm gonna love that shit anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
In the like the Giallo looking killer, which then they made it a point to have a kill every 10 minutes. You know,
That's why I think Harvey Weinstein wanted that.
right?
Kept on to have that, and I think Friday the 13th done it before, obviously to good effect.
And the cast, all the cast wore their own damn clothes to save money.
Yeah, it's
you know,
rumored to be $500,000, but like you said, some people say it was 1.5 million.
Right.
I don't think the proper figure has ever come out.
I mean, you had Savini on there. I don't know what he got, but
I think Savini was just happy to go to New York, wasn't he? Really?
He's already a name by now, though. You know,
he read the actual script, didn't he, Savini, and actually said, like, I really want to be on board with this.
Yeah.
And that's why he turned down Friday too.
Yeah.
Weinstein and Tony Maylam, the director, went to Pittsburgh, I think it is, to see Savini in his house, and they said it was perfect. They got on great. They were kind of there straight from the off, like you talking them through how to do kills and ideas they were going to have. I think Savini sketched it up as well, done little sketches of what, kill scenes and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad he did this than Friday too, actually.
And we forgot to say where this was shot in Buffalo, New York. And,
right, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Tonawanda, New York.
Yeah. But yeah, like I say, I think this is one of the best slashers ever made.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say it's up there. It's just, I think the score and the fucking the way it's written hurts it for me.
Right.
I don't like a lot of the people in it. Is the thing.
I'm totally different. I love the score. I can see where they're coming from, as I said, with the characters. Yeah. I think because they did test screenings for this as well. I don't know if you know, and it come like everyone really liked it, but I think they kind of tweaked just a few little things afterwards. But the initial response was great, even back, through early kind of initial viewings of it. Mm. Yeah, so shot in like 25 to 30 days, so it was done really briskly as well. And I think that was more to do with Weinstein, first film, he wanted to kind of get it done and dusted type of thing. But an interesting thing the director says on the commentary track, he said, we were he'd never seen scissors as like an implement for a killer in a film before this. And he's actually wrong, because even though he didn't see it, schizoid,
yeah.
The killer looks fucking like Cropsy as well.
He does.
So, makes you wonder, doesn't it? But,
and that's what we say all the time. We cover these movies, and then we find parallels, to these movies.
Right. Yeah.
It kind of gave me an idea, like we could do a stream like one day, the best scissor killers. I mean, of course, we couldn't do it right now because we covered Schizoid not long ago and the Burning, But there's several scissor killers out there.
Isn't there one in Sisters as well, De Palma?
Yeah.
So if you looked into that, you could probably come up with about 10 at least.
With fucking scissors, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, for it to be the main weapon, no, not like the Burning, because it's not really.
There's probably a few, I would say, but yeah. But yeah, like you say, the film was known as Carnage in France. That someone got the poster and sent it to the director, and he said it looks great. So yeah, EMI showed the first press screening in the UK. I think they ended up bringing it on video. And yeah, I don't know. Have you got anything else you want to bring up?
I don't really have a whole lot else, man. Yeah, just I think I pretty much that's everything I got on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think like most people watching this anyway knows the burning.
Right. I guess I can go through the comments unless you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
Okay. Russell says the dinner scene. Yeah.
I think that's where you can kind of see
she's starting to lose her shit. Yeah.
She don't give a fuck at that point where she just jumps.
She totally loses her shit though is in the back of that truck.
I think she's too far. Yeah, she's too far gone by that scene.
Gone by then.
Yeah.
But then she came back, looking like Mick Harris or whatever. Mick Garris.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Let's see. She was starting to go nuts at the van because of Franklin. Yeah.
He was driving her mad, but not in that sense the way she's gone really.
Yeah, it just depends on the level of madness that we're talking about. Because that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it says, hell yeah. And then Wild Wrangler says, Jason Alexander, George from Seinfeld in The Burning, and Holly Hunter.
Yeah, we didn't mention that, did we? Holly Hunter, she plays like an extra, I think it is. She took the film off her CV. She didn't have a speaking part at all, and she wants nothing. She wants nothing to do with the film, basically. Which the director couldn't understand why, but
yeah,
it's what it is.
I wonder if Rick Wakeman was wearing one of his robes when he was composing the score.
I actually love that score. I don't know Dirk don't, but
I don't really care.
I've got the same track LP and everything.
Yeah, the full burn gag was done by a 17-year-old. Yeah, we was talking about. Well, the chat's probably backed up right now, but yeah, he died.
Yeah, the guy went and died. Yeah.
Franklin drove everyone nuts. Yeah,
even the viewers. Yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, man, if you pay attention to it, Franklin didn't want to fucking go.
That's right. Yeah. But he's such a whinging bastard. Like
he is, man, but he didn't want to go. He was the only one that was actually right. Like, if they wouldn't have fucking went, then none of their fucking asses would have been got killed,
But that's like one of the strongest parts of that film for me, because they built that character up. It's so annoying that you can imagine when people were watching that in the theater, they were all jumping up and down when he gets his comeuppance.
Yeah,
that's what that was for, and it works well, really.
Yeah,
well.
And from what I understand is, in real life they didn't really care for him because he's
Paul Batsine, I think his name. Yeah,
they did shit.
He kept in character, I think he did during the film. Yeah.
Let's see, Rick Wakeman loved him in Yes. yeah. Let's see, Asia Argento should just thank Harvey because he got her into the pants of that 15-year-old boy. They are all pigs, but at least Asia is a hot pig.
She was a hot pig.
Let me explain. Like, you need to watch that movie if y'all haven't seen it yet. With Asia Argento, The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things. Go watch that shit, and then talk to me.
Is that on YouTube? Do you know? I saw it somewhere, but I can't remember where I saw it.
I'm not sure. I'll try to find it and see if I can get you a link to it.
I need to go like really hard on the Asia Argento films now for next week.
That movie, though, man, is very fucking effective. I'll say that. And she directed it, so that's kind of crazy. And she starred in it.
Right. I don't think it's a thriller, though, is it? I don't think it's on the list to cover.
Yeah, The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things. Check that shit out. Tell me what you think. Like, that's fucked up, man. Let's see. The kid was killed in a helicopter crash. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Let's see. Gizmo, Asia, Har. He's doing that damn Norwegian again. Texas is. let's see. Russ scene where he goes down the hill. Wouldn't do it unless he was paid. The check was in his pocket. Yeah, man. Yeah, Franklin. Oh yeah, heard about that, Russell. Yeah. And there's a comment from Cody again. That's awesome, man.
Nice.
Let's see. Wild Wrangler, creepy. Oh, he's talking about that where the helicopter crashed at the same site as Twilight Zone. That is thrown off.
It was literally within a mile or two, I think. It's crazy.
Everybody's saying hey to Cody. That's cool. Who came first? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 74 or Black Christmas 74? I think.
I'm thinking Texas Chainsaw because I would have presumed Black Christmas would have been brought out Christmas time.
I'm not sure on that one. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I don't know. I'm not really sure on that one. That's so damn close though. I know that Texas Chainsaw took a while. It was shot in 73. You know.
Yeah, I think Jess Chainsaw come first. Jess, I think, but don't hold me to that.
Yeah. And let's see. Savini said in an interview he didn't do Friday the 13th 2 because to him there is no Jason, and went on to do The Burning. Yeah. He says it over and over like that Jason died in part 1 and anybody's stupid. You know, I know I've said that several times too, but whatever.
But then he went and done part 4.
Yeah, he did part 4 because they told him that they were going to go ahead and kill Jason. And then he kills Jason, and then, they made a ton of money, so why not?
I'm glad they did part 5 anyway. That's the main one.
And part 5, Roy Boy, what I like to call it, is he's kind of a cropsy kind of killer as well.
Yeah. I just love part 5.
He's got the shears too, you know. He kills all kind of ways, but he does got the shears.
You're talking about characters with the burning didn't like, but I mean Friday part 5. I think I like all those characters.
Yeah, I like. No, I don't like likable. I don't like fucking Tommy at all.
See, I do. A lot of people don't like Tommy. I actually think
he gets on my fucking nerves.
I actually think John Shepard was the better Tommy rather than Corey Feldman. I do. I prefer part 5
in part 5, man. That's the only character I don't like in that fucking movie.
I actually think he does a good job. I don't know. I must be on my own with that.
And then I think he went on to be like some kind of religious freak, and don't want to talk about it no more. So
yeah, I think he went on and made one more horror film. I think it's called Evil Ed or something, and that was it. But I actually thought he could have gone on and done good things because I actually like his acting.
Jason Alexander, I'm talking to her.
Yeah, that's a great line.
Yeah, Jason Alexander's character, I do like him. Like I'll say he's one character I do like, but
I liked Woodstock, Fisher Stevens. I thought he was the best.
He's all right. He kind of fucking annoying too. I don't know, man. That's just me. Let's see. Our dad died of. Russell says our dad died of bone cancer when I was 2. He was only 54.
Oh,
damn! Sorry to hear that.
Sorry, man.
And he says 67 years old and loves slashers.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad died young too, man. My dad was like in his 40s, and I never met him. So, no, he says I died of bone cancer when I was 21. Okay.
21. Yeah, it's still bad at any age. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, man. Hate to hear that. Let's see. Tom has a cameo in A Twisted Sister with Alice Cooper.
Savini, does he?
Yeah.
I think I've vaguely seen that somewhere as well. But saying to Russ's comment, like you come to the right place if you like slashers, because
man.
You know, do you like Russell? Do you like Giallo as well? If you want to comment in the,
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to do certain films or anything like that, just
he says
feel free.
Tom did the zombie makeup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
25 when I first seen The Burning. Okay. Let's see.
Did you see that theatrical then, Russell? Did you see all these My Bloody Valentine and all them theatrically? Because I would love to have been around in that time. Just come a little bit before my time.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get to see none of that in the theater. Let's see. My Bloody Valentine, OG or remake? OG.
Gotta be the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The remake. I don't mind the remake. I really don't. It does its own thing. But
it falls apart at the end. The remake does for me.
Yeah, it does at the end. But I can see they're trying to do something different, I guess. But
so quick top 3 like slasher films from both of us. I would say my top 3 slasher films would be My Bloody Valentine, Black Christmas, and The Burning. Honorable mention would maybe number 4 would be The Funhouse. But can you name yours offhand, or have you got to think about it?
Oh shit! Well, Black Christmas is in there, and a lot of people don't consider Texas Chainsaw a slasher, so I guess I can't really name that one.
Put you on the spot,
yeah. Yeah, I have to think about it, man, because there's a lot.
Would My Bloody Valentine be in there for sure? In top 3?
In my top 3, no.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I have to think on that. Let's see. I like the OG better, but I don't mind I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's not bad until the end.
Don't get twisted. It's worlds apart, though. Like the original is like way better. Like
I seen the remake in the theater with the glasses and everything, and it's a fun one, but that ending is just so fucking lazy. It's unreal.
Yeah. Let's see. I got the steelbook of the OG. That was Tom's legs that were on fire. Yeah. Yep. OG was filmed in Canada. Yeah. So was like Terror Train and Black Christmas and let's see.
There was Prom Night. There's
Prom Night. Yeah. Sister scared me when I was about 13 years old. Woke up with the TV on and that scissors scene was on. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I think like Chrissy the Slasher Dude wants us to cover. I think it's 4 De Palma films.
Yeah.
Obviously it won't be. It'll be in a couple of 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever. But you up for that, Dirk?
Yeah, we'll just have to figure it out. Schedule.
We'll figure out the date and the time and all that. But I think he wants to do blow up. Sorry. He said about blow out. He said about Dress to Kill, but I said we've both seen that to death.
Yeah, I've covered Dress to Kill too many times.
So he wants to do Sisters.
Yeah.
Blow Out, Body Double, and I'm blanking on the other one. But yeah, so it should be a good time.
Was it Scarface?
No, I've still not seen that, and I don't think I'm going to. Gizmo give me shit over that, man.
Oh shit! I can't believe you haven't seen Scarface, man. Let's see.
It's just I don't know. It's just like if it's not horror, it's very hard. And I know Gizmo said because he looked on my letterbox, so I've got some non-horror in there. But they're basically, if they come on telly, I'll watch them.
Right.
But I don't go out and not really buy non-horror. I do. Got a few exceptions, but it's hard enough keeping up with all these horror films for me to go into different genres and shit
Yeah. Scarface is that's just mind blowing, man. You hadn't seen it. I've seen it so many fucking times.
I'm trying to think of the other one Chris C was on about now, but obviously he must be working, otherwise he'd be in the chat.
Right. Russ went to Woodstock and a baby boy at 13. Damn. Okay.
Oh, Woodstock Festival, yeah.
Let's see, The Burning was my favorite slasher up till some years ago. I went back to Candyman. But if Hellraiser is counted as a slasher, no, it's not.
Maybe it's definitely not. It's definitely not.
Part 3 is. I think part 3 is a slasher.
But that's interesting then. So Candyman, which I love. I love Candyman.
But if Hellraiser is counted as a slasher, it would beat the living shit out of all of them. But it's not a slasher.
I've had that conversation with Gizmo, and I don't think it is.
Not the original.
No, not at all. But it's like you said.
Very much so. Part 3 is because they come into the fucking real world and start fucking everybody up. You know, like
right? Yeah. But I think his argument was, which was a good one, is in Hellraiser she kind of lures all these men back to get killed. Yeah, so I don't know. He's
kind of dirty shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see where he's coming from, but I don't think it is.
I don't know. There's
no way that's a slasher.
That's like a femme fatale, more or less kind of shit. You know. Let's see. I know, Russell, I've seen you mention it before. That was cool. Our memory isn't good. I rewatched TCM last month, and Franklin did not annoy me at all. I felt sympathy for Franklin. Justice for Franklin. Holland knows what I'm talking about. Now, I know he's an irritating little motherfucker, but he had a point. He didn't want to fucking go. Like, he didn't want to.
Right.
Sally forced his ass to go with her because she has to take care of his fucking ass, you know. But whatever. But anyway, yeah, I agree, Holland. Alfa Romero, I think Black Christmas was first, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, I don't know. Yeah, because he knows his shit. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah,
Alfa Romero. He knows his shit, so yeah, I wouldn't argue against that.
Let's see. Franklin didn't even want to go. Those bitches took him along to babysit the house while they fuck in the woods. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, but if you didn't want to go, we wouldn't have got the film then. So you've got to look at it like that. You know, it's a fucking masterpiece, isn't it? That was my favorite film on Texas Chainsaw for a long time until
top 3 of all time.
Yeah. Until I got really hardcore into collecting again, and it's definitely my top 10 easily.
It's in my top 3 easily, and it swaps places with The Exorcist for the 2 spot. They always interchange. So
yeah, The Exorcist I put slightly above it, but yeah, obviously different films.
The Dry Swimming Hole. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Chris C says, "What's up to the panel of pain?"
Oh, hey, Chris.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you listened to our last comment, Chris, I made about Brian De Palma. What are the films you want to cover again? Put them in the chat, please, mate.
Let's see. Who came first, Texas Chainsaw or Weekend? Correct answer is Weekend. That Texas ripped.
That's an interesting one. I remember Gizmo not long ago talking about that film.
He was telling me about it not too long ago.
Is it French? I think he said.
Yeah.
I did look it up, and it did look interesting.
Let's see, I like.
But yeah, it's weird how many times I like
Part 5. Says I like Part 5's Tommy better too, Darren.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I just think that John Shepherd plays that character just like fucking brilliantly. He just comes across as, because he don't take no shit, no one fucks with him, and all that, and he just comes across as like he just played it really well. But everyone's fucking loves Feldman to me.
Alfa Romero says, "Nope, I'm wrong. Chainsaw was October '74, and Black Christmas was December."
Okay, that makes sense then, but not much in it.
Yeah. Let's see. Weekend was 66 or 67. A film.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that.
Never heard of it. No,
I never heard of it before.
But I mean, it's just crazy that Texas Chainsaw got worldwide known, and it's a next to nothing made film. I don't know. I have to see it to see if it ripped it off, though, like you claim. Gizmo. Because that's some powerful words against one of the greatest
I think every film's ripped something off.
Yeah.
Like, after a certain time period.
Right.
Even if it's unintentionally ripped something off, but, you know.
Russell says Night Riders is a Tom Savini film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could say that.
I've never seen it, but.
Who came first, Weekend? What came first, Weekend or Stroll in the Park at night, 1885? Shit. You guys are Holland.
Yeah, I don't think Gizmo can argue with that.
1885. Oh, shit. Let's see. Russell, same age as my mother passed. She had blood cancer. Fuck cancer. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. That's some bad shit. Definitely fuck cancer. Yeah. Let's see. I believe there was many weekends before 1885. Weekend wins. Yeah. I don't mind them. Let's see. My dad passed of lung cancer when I was 20 after Father's Day. Yep. Yeah, I hate to hear that too, man.
Yeah, my mum passed about 3 or 4 years ago. She had a massive stroke, but she had cancer on top of it as well.
My dad died of a brain aneurysm when I was 15, and I never met him. So.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad stuff, man, losing somebody. Let's see. Dirk and Darren seen Slasher dead in 3 days. Dirk and Darren seen Slasher dead in 3 days.
Right.
Austrian.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. I've definitely seen the cover, and it's one I was interested in.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. No.
I don't think I could. I think I tried to buy it at some point, but couldn't get hold of it.
Chris says F-13, Halloween 2, and Torso are my top 3.
Wow, I'm glad to see Torso's in the top 3
at the moment.
That's a good top take, actually.
Alpha says Maniac would be my number 1, probably. That's not a bad number 1.
Would that be number 1 of all time, or just number 1 slasher?
Maniac could be in my top 3 for sure.
I think Maniac is such a misunderstood film when we covered it. I think it's got more credit. It should have more credit for what it is, because people just see it as this gore film, you know, with
there's a lot
great
of
shotgun. Yeah. It's an amazing piece of filmmaking, I think, you know. But go back and watch our stream on that if you haven't already.
Yeah, Maniac is a great one. Alpha. Yeah, man. First film I saw was Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein at 5.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I remember that shit. In the end, we will all die. Just hope I get to eat hot dogs and drink as much soda I can before I leave this stinky-ass humanoid planet. Don't get me wrong. I love the planet, but just too much blob on it. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. My father is 73. Yeah, man. It's I got to think about that shit the other day. I was like, you know, time, like, yeah, that can be some depressing shit when you start thinking about time, like how much time you got left and shit.
Oh, shit.
I mean, with your loved ones and shit, you know, like it's kind of.
I think once you hit, I don't know about you, but once you hit 40, then you start to fuck. Because can you remember when you were a kid, right? So say you were looking forward to Christmas, right? And it was, say, I know not so much Christmas for yourself, but I mean looking forward to something. And the time would go so fucking slow when you're a kid. Yeah. And you build, you know, you want something, you know, Christmas.
You go back. Like you want it to go back. Yeah.
Now it's a day, a week, even 6 months would go just like that.
Yeah.
It goes in the blink of a fucking eye.
Yeah. A year goes by like a fucking breath. You know, like fucking, like what the fuck just happened?
I keep telling my son, you know, he's in his prime, he's 27, and like enjoy the fucking moment for what it is, because my dad always used to say to me, "Mine, you'll be old one day, you'll be old one day," and you never think it's gonna come, but fuck me, it's true.
It'll creep up on your ass and knock you in the fucking head with a spiked bat, get your fucking attention.
Yeah,
you know,
and I mean, I think a lot of people go through the old midlife crisis as well.
Yeah.
When you get 40, I'm 50 now, and sometimes I got to pinch myself to realize that I'm not old, to be honest. But
yeah, I got to remember like how old I was sometimes. Like I'll mix up like the years. Like, am I 45 or am I 46? Like, fuck, I'm gonna lose my shit over here. But
with me, I'm like 52, and I just think like a fucking 20-year-old on everything. I still, in my mind, I'm like 20 years old, you know. But yeah, it's weird age.
Chris C says obsession.
Obsession was it? Yeah. Obsession.
Blowout and body double. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a great show
hour. Alpha says a sleazy atmosphere and gore is just perfect in Maniac, and Spinell's performance is genius. Yeah, the great sweaty one. Yeah, he is, man. He really is.
I think it's a masterpiece as well.
One of the greatest character actors ever.
Yeah. The whole like that. I love that underground like scene when he's stalking that nurse. I think that's one of the best. You know, we're talking about the Burning having some great sequences, some great kills, but that's one of the best. I'll tell you, Mania.
And you put the Burning at number 1?
I would put, because it kind of goes back and forth with the Burning and My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah.
But no, sorry, I would have put I would put Black Christmas, I think, as number 1.
Now
then those two would be like vying for second.
I would think I'm gonna say New York Ripper's probably in my top 3
of all time.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it probably is, man.
Oh shit! So you're gonna be well up for that when we do that versus stream, then with Pieces.
Yeah. Fucking right. Yeah.
See, I love New York Ripper, but I don't know. Pieces just does it for me on every level.
I don't know, man. New York Ripper is fucking meaner. You know what I mean? It really
it's meaner, yeah, and I love the twist as well to New York Ripper. But Pieces, I can just watch. I could just watch it every day for the rest of my fucking life. It would not bother me. I could just honestly sit down and watch it for every day of my life to come.
Gizmo says, wait, let's see. I skipped one, my bad. Russell says, love the Universal Monsters. Yeah, man, I grew up on all that shit for sure.
I like them, but they're not kind of my type of film.
I just remember.
I can't watch them.
I wanted to go back and remember, though. Like, I remember when I was a kid and watching, like, seeing the first time I seen Bela Lugosi, to try to go back to that memory. It just it triggers at something. You know what I mean?
It's nostalgia, ain't it? It's definitely
nostalgia's a motherfucker. It's a hell of a drug.
That's why a lot of us collectors now, and we're doing what we do on the street.
Play off of it. These motherfuckers play off.
They do, yeah. They absolutely do. But I mean, nostalgia is probably fucking 70-80% of why a lot of people are doing this, like we are. You know, Dead Pit, I would say the same. Probably there's a lot of nostalgia in there, you know.
Yeah.
Because I remember Uncle Bill saying with his, you know, he used to watch the films with his dad, and you know that's how we got to love Dawn of the Dead and stuff like that. And it's all nostalgia.
Our memories as well, you know, or what you were doing in that time, the first time you seen that film and shit like that. So.
And you can remember as well, because Dana's mentioned it, that you go back to when you're 10 years of age, you got not a worry in the world. All you're worried about is some trivial shit of like where where your next fucking VHS rental's coming from or whatever. You know, you're not bothered about nothing.
You don't worry about the bills or
all this life shit stuff to come when you're 16, 17, 18. But at that time, I think that's what a lot of it is as well, because we're transported back to that happy place we were when we actually first watched the films.
And then when we watch these damn old films, you know, from our memories and nostalgia,
they don't add up a lot of them.
It takes us back there, like triggers, like I was saying. I don't want to be repetitive, but it takes us back to that place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of the films don't live up to how you saw them as well when you're younger, which is weird because you've got different views on them.
Some of them still do, though, man. You know, some of them hit harder. Shit. You know?
Yeah.
Gizmo says, riding the bullet with a stiff upper lip and big tits girls. Hello, heaven.
Only Gizmo could come out with something like that.
Thankful he's still here with my mother, 47 years together. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
That's rare too. A lot of this day and age.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Divorce is a big thing now. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Gizmo says Darren has not seen Scarface. Darren has not seen Scarface. Darren has not seen Scarface. That's all
I
said.
know. Who knows? What Monday I might just do it just to shut people up. Like,
Alpha loves Joe Spinell, and he was also in Cruising with Al Pacino.
Which we gotta get to watch Cruising. We have to do that. We have to do some kind of campaign to get.
Well, I mean, that's two Pacino films that neither one of us have seen. Like, well, I mean, I haven't seen Cruising, which is not Scarface. But I'm just saying.
If you ever want to do the double bill stream, then I'm up for. I'll watch Scarface if you watch Cruising. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll have to do some shit like that.
But the thing with that film, I know I say it all the time. I know you will love it. Honestly, I just know you will love it, and I think you're doing yourself a misjustice.
Speaking of Pacino, have you seen this badass movie right here?
Yeah, I've seen Carlito's Way. I do like that one.
Yeah,
I remember watching that quite a lot on TV growing up. Yeah,
you like that one?
Yeah.
I think you like Scarface, man. It's De Palma, as well. So, let's see. Oh, CD Cinebite. Yeah, Hellraiser 3 is totally a slasher. Let's see. Spinell had roles in Godfather 2 and Taxi Driver 2. He was a great actor. Lost him for too soon. Yeah, man.
I forget he was in Taxi Driver. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Taxi Driver. He was, the drugs and alcohol, man.
He enjoyed his life. He enjoyed his life, put it that way.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, Frank and Julia and Hellraiser does slashing through the entire film. So we can have a hard talk on one of this stream someday. If Terminator is a slasher, for fuck's sake, Hellraiser is. No, I disagree. I totally disagree.
I do think Terminator is kind of a slasher.
I do too.
But Hellraiser's not.
No.
But yeah, we'll definitely have that conversation.
And we can have it. Not seen Scarface? What's the world coming to?
There's another one, yeah. I would imagine I will eventually.
Yeah, Darren has not seen Scarface. Darren has not seen Scarface. I can pick on Darren. He is older than me.
Oh, I don't mind.
I just saw Scarface this July. Oh, shit. How?
Oh, there you go.
I grew up watching that shit, though. But whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm sure it was on TV over here, but I just never sat down and...
There's one scene, though, that is very... I mean, it's only one scene, but it's pretty fucking suspenseful and very much got like a kind of a horror element to it.
Yeah, I remember you saying, yeah.
There's a chainsaw scene, matter of fact. But let's see. Weekend is not the same plot, but it is the same style with the terror genre. Okay. Well, I mean, like we'd have to really dig into that, Gizmo, to see if Hooper got access to that film too. I don't know.
There's actually an Australian film that the name is just eluding me at the moment. That come out before Texas Chainsaw. Yeah. I think a year or two before, and it's basically this guy fucking terrorizing. It's almost exactly the same kind of setup, but I don't think Hooper would have seen that because it was kind of a really small film.
I don't know, like in Texas Chainsaw, Leatherface is minding his fucking own business, man. He's chilling at his fucking house.
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't even supposed to be on my property.
They come to him, didn't they? Basically. But the scariest thing about that film when I was growing up was everyone saying it was true. Like,
yeah, we didn't have jack shit to, and
we didn't have internet or anything.
I believe that shit for real.
You said there's a place by you on there. Look, exactly the same.
My aunt and uncle live in Texas. They live in Henderson, Texas, and we used to pass this one house, and they told me that was the fucking house. And I'm a little kid, like,
fuck me, man.
I don't know any better, man. But
shit, it's the whole narration at the start as well. It just seems so fucking realistic.
Yeah,
to me.
It hit hard when I was a kid too. I seen that.
Yeah.
I told you I seen that shit when I was 6, and it fucked me up, man.
I mean, right up until when it was shown, I think it was banned, and then it was shown on TV in the early 2000s, maybe late 99.
Yeah.
And up until that fact, mind, you know, because the internet wasn't big at the time, I still thought it was a true story up until, say, 25 years ago. I thought it was a true story. It's only recently after that I realized.
When I found out that it was that it wasn't real, I can't remember. Probably when I first seen part 2 or some shit. But
yeah, I mean, it doesn't lose the impact knowing that it's not.
Nah.
So, for me.
Let's see. It got better and better. Let's see. There would be no Rocky without Joe Spinell's help. Yeah, there would be no Sylvester Stallone career. Period. You're right, Russell. Because Spinell,
wasn't he down on his ass? And then Spinell
stayed on his ass about that script for Rocky, and because Stallone wrote it, and and Spinell even tried to get Stallone and Godfather with him, but couldn't get him in there.
I know he never, like, Sylvester Stallone never forgot that. Even when before Spinell died, he was trying to get basically, I think. What year? Do you know what year he died, Spinell? Roughly?
I'm not right off the top.
It's a good while ago, isn't it? But I mean, Stallone had made it by that time. I know that, and he was very grateful for everything he did. I think he even stayed with his family and stuff like that.
Psycho and Peeping Tom came first, 1960.
Right, that would be a great double bill. I would.
And I mean, if you want to really go like we were talking earlier about the spiral staircase, but then you can even go further than that. You can go back to like the German horror. You can always go as far back as you can go. Like
there's one called Suspense that was made in 1915, and it's kind of like 10, 15 minutes short. But it's this guy, psycho's like stalking this person. And I mean, technically, I would say that's the first slasher film, to be honest. 1915. And
we got to do like a real deep dive on it one day. Just try to really like spend some time and really, I'll go to the goddamn library. Fuck the internet.
Right, yeah. There's one called Night of Terror, I keep saying as well, which was made in 1933, and that's a good one as well. But I'd love to get, go, because you can trace it all back to, they used to have these theater, like these fake, in France, they used to have these theaters where they would do lots of like body amputations and all that, but it was all trickery.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called. And you can even trace the slasher film back to that, the late sort of late 1800s.
I'm sure you could trace it back to like some ancient civilization on a fucking
medieval times, probably. Yeah.
A fucking wall, somebody drawing a story and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where there's weapons, the people are going to kill. It doesn't matter what, time or whatever.
Let's see. Got to go. All take care. Yeah, Chris, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by.
Take it easy, man. Wild Wrangler, sorry. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, let's see. Russell had the 4K Steelbook of Scarface from Best Buy. Yeah, I didn't get that because I got the 4K, and I just don't see the point of. I mean, I'm one of those, certain movies I'll double, triple, quadruple down, but I got the 4K Scarface. I'm good with the slip, but that is a nice steelbook though.
I was going to say about Chris C's channel's got over 100 subs now, and I looked on like it's Dirk's channel, but I like to say this is kind of like our thing, and we've had quite a few subs recently, haven't we?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got close to. We're getting up there, man. A little bit. I mean,
getting towards 200, maybe
200. So that's cool.
Nice. I do have a look every so often just to see. Like, I'm glad people are enjoying these streams.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I enjoy doing them, man. I hope we're, I try to find all the shit I can find out about these damn movies we're covering. So,
yeah, I think hopefully that comes through as well, because both of us, you can definitely do our homework. We both kind of go deep.
Right. Let's see. Yeah. Number one slasher.
Our number one, does he mean?
I mean, my number one slasher, man. Well, Wrangler's saying that I like the Prowler. Yeah, I like the Prowler too. Yeah, I'd have to give that a hard go. But right now, at this moment in my mind, because I mean, if Texas Chainsaw is considered a slasher, it would be Texas Chainsaw, no doubt.
There's no doubt in my mind what the best slasher film ever made is, and it's Black Christmas by a
Black Christmas is what I was going to say. If it can't be
by a mile, I'd say as well. Just everything about that film, everything about it, just gives me the creeps thinking about phone calls.
Genuine fucking effective. Creeps.
I like The Burning, and I obviously like My Bloody Valentine, but there's like a fun element to them. There's no fucking fun element to Black Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in for a fucking
Christmas Story and Porky's,
Exactly. I remember watching the first time I watched Black Christmas. So I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, something, right? And it played on UK TV, and it was on. I always remember it was Channel 4. It was bang on midnight, Christmas Eve night, so going into Christmas Day. And I mean, it had everything in there. It had the foul language with the phone calls, and I just sat there thinking, what the fuck, man, this is fucking amazing. And at the time, it wasn't like people weren't talking about Black Christmas like they are now.
Yeah.
And I just remember being absolutely floored by the film. Absolutely floored by the film.
It's creepy ass phone call shit. The everybody thinks about the eye and the crack, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. The setup with the phone calls, like,
I mean, yeah,
you hear the multiple voices and shit in the background. That's some creepy ass shit,
It's
and
just so unsettling.
At the end of the climax, fucking amazing,
Yeah, that last shot is superb. Yeah. You got the phone ringing as well again. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfect fucking horror.
It's a perfect film. I think there's nothing I can, I can pick apart like The Burning little bits in this. That is just, I can't think of nothing bad about that film. It's perfection, I think.
I see Texas and Gizmo are talking shit about you in Norwegian. So
in Norwegian, yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I'll let go.
Something about Scarface and Barbie. I don't fucking know but whatever. They have an Inside 4K collection coming out. Inside.
Is that the French film? Yeah.
Is he talking about?
Yeah, I think I've seen. It must be that and the remake. Then they bring it together. Because I think Gizmo, I've seen it on his Instagram about a new release of that. That's a great fucking that can be classed as a Christmas film, man.
No, it definitely is.
And that's got a scissors kill as well.
It's crazy though. My wife likes that movie.
Yeah.
Out of like a lot of shit, she likes Inside.
Oh God, I would have thought with the pregnant woman on there would have put her right off.
I remember showing her Inside, and she was just like, she liked it. Man, I was like blown away.
But I didn't think that's got scissors as well. Kill. Right. So yeah.
There's a lot of horror movies with scissors, though. There really is. If we sat down and thought about it, we could probably figure out. I'd say at least 20.
That would be maybe a good idea for the future. Like,
see, scissor killers or some shit. I don't know. Let's see. Wild Ranger says we are all dust in the wind. Yeah, man.
Gizmo. Well, this is great, man. Keep the comments coming, man, because usually, we go off and then what have you, but we usually talk but I mean, keep the comments coming. It's always good to chat.
Still wear wooden shoes.
Clogs, maybe.
I'm not sure. Have you Have you seen Isle?
Isle.
Holland. No, but I watched Megalodon, The Frenzy. Okay, I don't know. Dick Shark. Yeah, Dick Shark, man. With my buddy, the master director, Beelzebub. Yeah.
Didn't someone say that film's like fucking 3 hours long or something?
I don't know, man. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've watched some of his other shit, and it is fucking long shit. Like, there's one I did for the Rotten.
Yeah, I remember.
Dick NATO. I did Dick NATO. Watch that shit. It was like 3 hours.
You couldn't fucking pay me enough to watch
extreme metal retardation. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. If someone slapped fucking $100 down now and said watch all that shit, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I did it though, just to do it. I mean, might as well. He was interviewing a bunch of metal bands from around the world, so that was cool.
Oh, right. Do you know what Gizmo wants to do with the Rotten this week? He wants us to include Christmas films. So have you got any of them in?
Oh yeah, I got plenty.
I picked out about 7. So yeah. I've seen most of them though. That's the thing. I've seen most of them, but there's 7 I think that I haven't.
Yeah.
I got Christmas Blood on there as well, so Gizmo will probably pick that for me.
I'll have to see what I got. Let's see. Gilman favorite.
Oh, the Gilman, the Creature from Black Lagoon, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, out of the Universal Monsters. Only thing I think of with time is making enough money so my family is taken care of, and making many movies my family can be ashamed of in the future when I am gone. Love the Hammer films. Yeah, I did when I was a kid, man. I can't. Yeah, it's weird that's a blank, because I'm sure if I started watching again a bunch of the Hammer, it would come back to me. But I used to watch that shit every weekend. There was all weekend.
Yeah.
On the USA Network, it would show so much Hammer shit, a whole bunch of fucking all kind of shit, man, like cult shit, too.
Yeah. But I think with them, I gotta be in the mood. If I'm in the mood and it gets me in the right, time frame of mind, then I really enjoy it.
Put over the Hammer horror, but I really am digging the Italian Gothic. I mean, it's really I really I'm getting into that shit. But let's see.
I think the Italians did it best on everything, like zombies, fucking giallo slashers, westerns. Yeah.
Let's see. Gizmo, have you seen Beau is Afraid? Hall & Oates, Meg 2, or is that some weird Asylum shit? It's Asylum, 3rd film in the series. Not yet. I have the blue, but I have so many films in the line now. I think Beau is 9 out of 10 on my list of films that I must see. Oh, well, I thought he was saying it's a 9 out of 10 and he hadn't even seen it. I was like, God damn, how are you going to do that shit?
If it's 9 or 10, he's probably going to get to it pretty soon.
Yeah. Holland. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll skip all the conversations. Our late adopted mom and dad were from Manchester. Okay.
Oh, right, England. It's not too far.
Okay, awesome, man. Cruising is good. Freaking did a solid job. Okay.
He really did, yeah.
When to comparison stream of Scarface and Carlito's Way? I don't know. We don't really do all that, but I guess we.
Yeah, I think, for me anyway, I've got to kind of be, because not every film we cover on this stream I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
Which is obvious, but I mean, I've got to kind of have some kind of slasher or giallo. I mean, if I started covering everything, I just don't think I could have the passion for it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not do it than come across as me just being a dickhead on your sort of, bad making a film.
Russell says, just watch Cruising on YouTube. Okay, awesome.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know it was on there.
And Texas says Cruising is great.
It's a masterpiece.
There are a few Germs songs in it. Okay.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Big black cop in cowboy hat and boots with just a jock strap comes and hits the suspect really, really happened.
Honestly, that scene is fucking, it blows your mind, right? Because it's not spoiling it to say that back in the days in New York City, right, what they used to do, if they had a suspect they suspected of doing something really bad, right?
Yeah.
They would have this big black guy come in, right, with just a jock strap and a cowboy hat, and he'd smack the shit out of these people.
Yeah.
And then these people couldn't complain about that, because if they turned around and said, yeah, some big black guy in a fucking, cowboy hat and fucking codpiece started slapping me around, people would think they were fucking nuts, right?
Yeah.
So that was the reason behind that. Okay. And I'll tell you what, it's used to good effect in Cruising as well. But it's not giving nothing away.
The real cop has a cameo.
He does, yeah. Yeah, the one they based the film on.
Rabbit hole of horror.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm a flower child in the 60s. Aja, the summer of love. Hippies are trippy, man. Let's see. Darren Guignol.
That's what I was trying to remember. Cheers, Wild Wrangler. Yeah, that's what it was called. The French kind of wave that come in the late 1800s. Yeah.
Okay. Wrangler, where I live, most of the residents are blind, so I could do it. I'm talking about the subgenre terror films where Texas is kind of the first but Weekend actually was the first. Okay. Yeah, you had mentioned that to me before. I don't know anything about it. I need to get more educated on it, I guess. I'm in H-Town, Wrangler. Where are you? American films used everything they could from France cinema during the 60s and beginning of the 70s because the new wave started beating American films on cinema.
Interesting, man.
Let's see. The kid show I liked in 71 as a teen was hilarious. House of Frightenstein with Vincent Price as host, and loved him after that.
I've never heard of that, but that sounds really fucking cool.
Let's see. BC is a Canadian classic.
Sure.
Love French extreme films, High Tension and Frontiers. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do a stream on them because
I still need to see Frontiers. I still haven't seen.
Oh man, that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, fucking French style. Honestly, it's an amazing film. Then you've got to see as well.
And people are always like, "Well, why haven't you seen that shit?" And I'm like, "Well, fuck, man, I got so many movies to watch all the fucking time. Like, what I mean? I only got a limited amount of time that I can." And
yeah, I'm with you, man.
We're crazy lately. We've been watching what fucking 8 films of fucking,
probably more than that some weeks.
Yeah, more than that.
But there's a French film called Ills, aka Them, that everyone should see around about that time.
Yeah,
it's an amazing film. How many Asia Argento films you seen so far then for next week?
Oh shit, I'm behind, man.
I'm way behind. I've seen 2 that I've never seen before.
I've seen
Go on.
Let's see. I've seen probably 5 that I've never seen.
Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad.
Seen Dracula 3D finally.
Oh man, yeah.
That fucking piece of shit.
I got 4 or 5 that I know off by heart anyway, so I'd probably say I'm up to about 7. If I can try and get, because I can't get hold of all of them either, because Gizmo knows
a lot of them. Yeah, I got
so
about.
If I can get like 15 or 16, I'll be happy.
There's 16 of them on Tubi, man, and like that's gonna be like some of my go-to. I have about probably, I know I got at least 8 to 10 of her films. I'm pretty sure.
Right. So I think you and Gizmo are definitely gonna have more like you've seen, but that's cool because, like I say, if anyone's like seen the film and the others haven't, then they can like talk about it. It doesn't matter. So I think Gizmo will have us all kind of be.
Russell
probably
says
see most of them.
3 hours and a half version.
Oh, is that the one with the Frighteners or whatever?
Is a remake of Silent Night on Blue, Darren?
I've only got the DVD of it.
It's on Blue. It's on Blue.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. 3 other live stream right now. 3 other live stream right now. Okay.
Yeah, probably Dana's doing one, isn't she? I know.
The Incredible Dr. Fives and Dr. Fives Rises Again. Yeah, we just covered that not long ago. A couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, along with Theater of...
Probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. Back in October, we covered it.
I lost track of time, man.
Yeah, we covered Dr. Fives and Dr. Fives Rises Again and Theater of Blood.
Yeah.
Let's see. Love films, good or bad? Yeah. The fisted scene made me cringe.
Yeah, but you actually don't see it, you know?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's more effective. Well, most of the time it's more effective.
It's kind of, it's off camera anyway, but I mean, you kind of see the start of it
but what's left to the imagination is always more effective. Well, I mean, not always, but in a lot of times, you know.
I think like that it did actually happen. The guy was getting fisted, but he just obviously can't show that in a major fucking motion picture. But there was a version with all the porn scenes in it. But for some reason, all that shit's got lost.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean.
Let's see. I guess Wrangler left. Frontiers is fucking great.
It is. Yeah.
Cinema Jimbo. Dirk, what is that
man?
On the wall over your right shoulder that looks like it has a film reel on it? Oh, that's X. Yeah, it's the movie X by Ty West. Let's see. Gizmo, I see it on our 50-inch and still can't tell. Theater of Blood. Yeah, maybe if I do the, let me see. Y'all see it now? Yeah, it's a film reel with a damn crocodile snatching her damn bikini off. But she's got a skull face and shit. Pretty cool.
I need to get the blue of that because I've seen it obviously, but
Are you seen X?
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't go overboard on it, but I like the fact that he kind of homages like Eaten Alive in it as well.
Yeah, he Psycho and Texas Chainsaw, and you could even argue Friday the 13th.
Right. Yeah, I think I might have liked Pearl a little bit better. But I'll have to go back to
I like X better though. Let's see. For me anyway. Theater of Blood. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just got that blue too, so I might have to dig into that one. Because I watched Theater of Blood for the first time and I watched it in Spanish. So
yeah, I remember you saying that's crazy, man.
I mean, I read it, but it was a trip watching it that way.
You'll definitely like it a little bit more now watching it the proper way.
Yeah. And I'm sure Arrow did a good job. Let's see. Flesh for Frankenstein by Andy Warhol. Yeah, I got that. That's a fucking batshit crazy ass movie. Saw it in the cinema in 3D when it came out. Yeah, I did. I watched it in 3D too on the Vinegar Syndrome fucking Blu-ray was in 3D. It come with the 2 pairs of 3D glasses and shit.
The funny thing about that film was actually shown right in 3D in the UK back 13, 14, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So you had to go to the supermarket, get the glasses, and then I watched it on Channel 4 in 3D. I love that film. I think it's a great film. I don't actually own it, funny enough. But yeah, very kind of Hammer-esque type, you know.
Right.
But a little bit over the top of the gore as well.
Let's see. Bleeding Gory.
Yeah, is he on about Flesh for Frankenstein?
Oh, okay. It hadn't been that long since I've seen it. I just don't. I guess it's not clicking for me. I've only seen it like once. So
I've not seen Blood for Dracula. Is one I want to see as well.
I saw it in the theater as well, Russell, in 3D. Awesome.
Nice.
The guy eats his poodles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ, cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat, blowing the chat up. I really dig it, man. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely love interacting.
Cinema Jimbo, man. I'm glad to see you here too.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody.
Do you know, like with next week's stream, are you doing it simultaneously with Gizmo, or is it going to be on Gizmo's stream?
We're going to do a stream next week.
The Argento one.
No, I'm saying we're going to do a stream on here next week.
I thought Gizmo's was doing it though next Saturday. The Argento one.
Is?
I think so. I think it's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
You can always do it simultaneously if you want on both channels, or.
Yeah. Well, man, I guess we'll get up out of here, and appreciate everybody in the chat. This was part 2 of Slashers of the Nasties. We'll try to do another one. I don't know when, but they're kind of like
they'll come sporadically.
Sporadic. They're not like an hour to kill, but we'll get another one. We'll figure it out, and hope everybody's getting something from this. If you are, consider subscribing and hit the like button.
And share it as well on Facebook and different channels, Twitter and all that.
Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. Cinema Jimbo, before we get out of here, this is gonna be the last comment, and then we'll get up out of here. They reissued Flesh for Frankenstein in theaters in 3D in the early 80s during the 3D craze at the time. I remember seeing Amityville 3D coming at you in Jaws 3D in the theater then. I remember
man. Nice.
I remember Amityville 3D on HBO, but of course I didn't see it in 3D, but I remember that was the first time I seen it. I remember seeing that commercial on HBO, and I was like, oh shit, I got to see that. But,
that sounds awesome. Yeah.
I got a few more comments right here, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see. Texas said, thanks as always. I enjoyed it as always. Yeah, man.
Cheers, Tex. Be seeing you tomorrow on Gizmo's screen.
Yeah, that's when I saw it, Jimbo. Night, Dirk, Q-Boy, Russ, and all the rest had fun first time. Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Cheers, Russ. Thanks a lot. Totally appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, Alpha, man.
And Alpha. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, y'all check out Alpha too, man. His channel.
Awesome stream. That guy knows his stuff on Romero. And, yeah, I love watching that.
All right, man. We're gonna get up out of here, and y'all have a good rest of your weekend. And
catch you all later, guys.
Have a good one. If you can't find a good one, just remember she'll do for the night.